All right. Well, welcome back, guys. When we last left off, the party had made their way through the Athmid Holdt, a massive forest, quickly growing at an impressive size the closer and closer they got to the mountain range, separating the two areas of this little sub-landmass of the Avainn Empire. You quickly found yourselves engulfed, making it difficult for you to guide your horses, making it difficult for you guys to navigate throughout the area, and came across a strange creature. Perhaps elven, perhaps fey. They began to almost possibly try to intimidate you or to get a sense of just who you were, and it was revealed that they knew, to a degree, of what you were looking for. The creature guided you slowly through the forest after a brief deliberation between all of you on what to do, to the mouth of a cave, where upon going inside you found this beautiful, if not slightly frightening, green-tinged stream flowing, and near the top of it, near the back of the cave, sat a massive green stone, almost dyeing the water the same sickly green color. Throughout the entire cave you saw overgrown, lush, beautiful flora, as well as a few long-dead bodies. It wasn't until you reached the very back of the cave that you encountered the resident of this area, a woman, by the looks of it, who named Rosie, who proceeded to negotiate with all of you, trying to get a sense of why you were searching for the gift, this mysterious stone, to get a sense of what you wanted to do with it, and to educate you to a certain degree on the price that should have been paid by its previous owner, but ended up not being so. The four of you each had a mostly private moment, well, the exception being Brun, each discussing various different ideas on what Rosie could provide each of you. And after coming to your conclusions separately, leaving the inside of her home, the four of you stand on the outside, right next to the stone in the stream, with Rosie looking expectantly.
I think we had a few questions.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
I don't mind. Ask any questions you need.
Okay, let me just load up my list then, because I wrote them all down, and there's a bunch of them. Let's start with an easy one, I guess. And Brun's going to gesture towards the dead bodies in the cave. What's on it?
Yes. Well, as you may be aware, life needs organic matter to survive, to grow, to feed off of.
So who were they?
They were intruders, individuals who came seeking to bring destruction upon this place. Those who came to steal what was not rightfully theirs, not willing to pay the price associated with taking it.
Fair enough.
I can assure you, nobody who's entered this cave with peaceful intentions has left harmed.
Have there been many of those people?
There have been a few.
Have the Athmids or the representatives on their part come to see you as well?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh boy. First roll.
Also, a reminder, you have those portent dice still.
Ooh, that's a good idea, because that was a 3. So I'm going to go with a natural 20 instead.
Okay. She looks you up and down for a moment. Myself personally, no. They have, on several occasions, met with ancestors, met with others who've guarded this stone as I do now.
But the current Athmids, the one who refused the gift, they have never come to speak with you? How did they refuse to pay?
They're ancient rites, ancient rituals, courtesy, and etiquette to this price that they owe. When they failed to pay, we knew right away.
And so you took back the gift.
And so we took back the gift.
So the payment terms then have been the same throughout all the generations?
Consistently, for many, many generations.
What did you do with them?
She looks curiously, head slightly cocked.
I mean, you didn't want to talk about the terms, but we've come to a couple assumptions, if you will.
You may make whatever assumptions you wish. I don't discuss the prior payments for the gift.
Did you know about that owlbear that was roaming near here? The blind one?
Make another persuasion check.
Where's my dice? I'm too nervous to find them. Okay. 20, dirty 20.
Damn, dirty 20. Okay. She looks over, nodding quite slowly. Yes, unfortunately, one of the side effects of this gift is occasionally creatures can come across an outcropping of this particular stone. Pieces get chipped off, weathering, erosion. And if they happen to imbue in some of the pieces, upon death, depending, there can be substances that bring them back to life, that try to control them. It's not unheard of. I've maybe seen it once or twice in my lifetime, but it is exceedingly rare and was not done intentionally by myself.
What happens to those chips? Do they retain the magic?
For a time. The longest I've seen retain its magic lasted, oh goodness, probably 4 or 5 seasons.
What about the water then?
The water acts as an eternal, continuous fertilizer. It doesn't contain the properties that the stone does. Only the stone can house those properties. But the water does feed life even greater than normal water would or any mortal-made fertilizer.
I see. I think that's kind of it for me, guys, if you have any other questions.
No, I don't think. No, none from Xenia.
I guess we're just trying to figure out the nature of the deal then, right, everyone?
We can listen.
Speaking outside of game, Brun, what did you request again?
Brun's
Identification.
kind of, wishy-washy about it. She doesn't really care, but it's the identification of the first owner of her armor.
That's right. Okay. I think that was the only one that I had forgotten.
Oh, thanks. Jeez.
Oh, stop it. All right. So she kind of sits alongside the stone of the cave wall, vines gently growing toward her as she outstretches a hand toward the water and the stone itself. 4 requests you've each made of me, along with wanting to walk out of this cave with the gift. Is this correct?
I suppose so.
Yeah, we'll discuss further on that, but that's the plan for now.
The collective sum, the collective price that the 4 of you command of me is not insignificant. On top of the time it may very well take for me to acquire the knowledge that you seek. There is a form of payment I generally choose to enact. A deed for a deed.
And did you have one in mind?
A small smile flickers across her face. The corner of her mouth just twitches up for a moment. I did. The first price I would want you to pay. I would like for the 4 of you to ensure that the Athmids no longer stay in power in the city.
And that's the price for the stone or for the questions?
She pauses for a moment, brushing the stone next to her and kind of brushing the side of her face. That will be my price for your personal favors.
What is the definition of no longer in power? Is that dead, or?
Slander them, remove their heads, I don't care. They saw fit to break the deal, a deal that has been in place for over 200 years. And furthermore, they saw fit to try to deceive me.
You mean more their political power over the town, then?
She kind of shrugs, seems a little ambivalent. All I desire is to see them knocked down, as many pegs as you can. If they're alive at the end of it, even better. If not, well, then their price has been paid. The Athmid line will no longer exist.
Nic, what does Xenia know about the structure of government, I guess, in the city of Oakheart? Are they like the sole family in power, or is there like a council? You
can make a history check.
Okay.
I would say everybody except maybe Silencio could.
Because, yeah, mine was not good. I think 10.
Let's see what I've heard on the road. Oh no, 13.
8.
Okay. You guys are all pretty familiar with the structures of Empire city life. Many of the greatest cities are run by what are known as river lords. They are the original kind of founding families of those cities back before the Avainn was an empire and it was individual feudal city-states. So a lot of these tend to act like regional governors. They have a lot of centralized power. Some have kind of spread that out to a council or to other minor legislatures. Xenia and Brun, you would both know that the Athmids are not those individuals. They seem to have so far kept their power very close to the chest.
Okay. Do we know how many of them are other than Lord Athmid and his daughter? Or is there an extended family, or?
I would say it would be difficult for you to know, given how long you've lived there and the roles. It would be difficult to tell.
Okay.
You would know this. Jonas Athmid's wife has passed, and Jonas has no other children.
Okay.
And Rosie, just a quick clarification on that. If a descendant of the Athmids happened to rise back up to power in Oakheart of their own volition, of their own free will, what then?
I would consider your deal void.
Okay. So you would simply take the stone back again.
And then make another deal in the future to kill us, right?
There's another slow smile at that insinuation, Zephyr.
God. I mean, that is quite a big ask for people who mostly don't live there and mostly have no political power. What if we were to accept, but failed?
Another persuasion check.
Oh, God. Please be better than a 3 or a 4.
Use that natural 1, baby.
Okay. No. 13 plus 3, so 16.
Okay. She nods slowly. If it's beyond your power, then you probably shouldn't be trying to broker a deal. I recommend that you could return to Lord Athmid and try and convince him to actually make good on his end of the deal.
And you would be receptive to that?
We could call that the alternate price for your personal favors.
And the price for the stone?
He would pay the price for the stone. You getting him to do so would be your price for your favor.
But if he didn't?
If he didn't, I would then collect the collateral of your favor.
Any indication of what that might be?
She pauses, kind of rolls her head backward, pondering for a moment. trying to consider each and every one. I think she looks over at Silencio first. I would demand the single closest family member you have.
And that's if he doesn't pay the price?
If you accept this deal, take the personal favor, and fail to pay the initial price of getting Jonas to hand over his price, then I would collect on the life, the soul, or the body, the freedom of the single closest family member you have.
And is she talking directly to Silencio for that, or all of us as a whole?
You get a sense there's a significance to her tone towards Silencio, but perhaps to everybody.
I will need clarification on that. Are you talking to him, or are you talking to all of us?
It could be to all of
Or
you.
do you...
My definition of family is quite wide, though. There's family found, there's family chosen, family made, family by blood. Whoever is closest to your heart, I would command as my price.
For the stone.
Zephyr's gritting his teeth a little bit and says, and I assume our previous discussion applies to this.
She actually smiles, her teeth almost a yellowish green. Well kept, not looking like not looking like Shrek here, looking more like very faded jade. Oh yes.
I think that we'll need a moment to discuss.
Please, I understand that my prices are quite steep. Discuss all you need. I will not provide any favors until you have agreed, though.
Well, can I speak with everyone over here then?
Friend's gonna grab her armor before she goes over there.
She hands it over.
Put that shit back on.
Yeah, she hands it over quite willingly. Just to be certain, Steve, you got the context or the subtext, right?
Yes.
Cool. Wanted to be certain.
Yeah. As the party moves to the side, Silencio is a little slow to move on. He turns his whole body to her and says, "And what would you do with the family?"
It would depend entirely on their usefulness to me.
Would they be safe?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh no, Robot Man.
Let's see, that's a 7. And I would have gotten persuasion? Nothing. I got -1, so that's a 6.
Oh boy. She looks over and you get a sense that there's almost a look of pity on her face. Yours would be.
Can I roll insight on that?
Absolutely.
I also want to roll insight on
Go
it.
ahead.
Oh my god.
Jumps out.
What the fuck?
17.
Oh my god. Fuck, how does math work? What's 19 plus 6, guys? 25.
25.
Okay, you both passed. She seems cunning. It's like looking right into the Cheshire Cat. But oddly enough, you get the sense she seems genuine.
And can you speak to the safety of the rest of ours?
I don't yet know who of the rest of yours I would command. So no.
Okay. Well, Brun's gonna walk away.
When Silencio gets his answer, he'll join the rest of the group.
You're slightly quiet again, Steve.
God damn it.
I'm
It's
sorry.
the robot voice.
Yeah.
Sounds metallic.
So, I will join the rest of the group when Silencio gets his answer.
Oh, that's way better.
Sounds good.
So, how do we, feel about this?
Fuck this. Fuck her. Fuck him. No way.
Zenya's already just shaking her head, like, holding the edges of her hood and, like, I don't know. I don't think it would be why. Do you guys seriously think that we can undermine the Athmids?
Or, I mean, even if not to undermine them, just to even friggin' try to convince them. I mean, at this point, we would be entirely in the hands of if that asshole decides that he doesn't want to help us, we lose people that are very close to us.
And that is unacceptable to me. So
That's unacceptable to me as well.
So do we just walk?
feel like we came away with nothing, but I don't know what choice we have.
I mean, I don't know how important the shit you guys asked for was, but...
Yeah,
Not as important as... Not important enough.
Yeah, what I asked for, not really either, but, I don't know, it's not what we asked for that the price is the issue with, it's the stone. If he doesn't pay for the stone in particular, then that's what we'd have to pay for.
Well, I mean, I have an issue with that price as well, because if we fail with fucking with the Athmids, then we gotta kill them, and I'm not signing up to kill that girl.
Yeah. But what if going back without the stone ends up being an issue? I don't know how corrupt their government is. I'm not from Oakheart.
Then yeah.
Have I heard of anything suspicious being abuses of power in my time at Oakheart?
Oh goodness.
Do I even pay attention to that kind of stuff?
Where's like a rumor mongering skill when you need it? Roll a d20 and add either your wisdom or intelligence for me.
Okay.
You could do an insight if you wanted to, or
What about like investigation?
Yeah, investigation seems more active to me than
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
past.
I agree.
Well, it wasn't super great, but 6 plus 4, so 10.
Okay. Context would be pretty important. You know recently that Jonas was pretty unpopular for bringing in Kirsten, the representative from the Enchanters, out of the Republic of Silvercliff down to the south, a nation on the southern peninsula of the continent. But with the context of understanding that the forest is dying around the city, that seems a lot less shady to you now. It's hard to say. He doesn't scream despotic.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, just a point of clarification on the forest, because I can't exactly remember. Was it dying around the city, or they were just clear cutting it too fast and it wasn't growing back fast enough?
They were clear cutting it too fast. Even that the
Okay.
trees that have been growing haven't been growing as robust as they used
Gotcha.
to.
So they were clearing at a speed that would have been fine before the gift left. Yeah, is that the
Exactly.
assumption?
Exactly.
Sustainable then, but not now.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know very much about Lord Athmid. I've only been living in the city for 2 years, and he seemed fine, but he also he lied to us on some degree. I don't know how much of it was the truth, how much he didn't know about Rosie, or the stone, or...
Well, Xenia, I think kind of the important question is if things go belly up, are you willing to leave? It's your home, and I'm sure none of us want to ask that of you, but you should definitely consider that if this goes bad, and it could go bad.
I think regardless of the fact that we take this deal, we should at least attempt to talk to Lord Athmid. I mean, he didn't necessarily say we had to bring back the stone, just information on where it is and who has it.
I don't
know if we want
disagree.
to, but I don't know, maybe he will react poorly to that. I don't know if at this point there's anything I can do about that. Either it goes well and I can stay, or it goes poorly and I have to leave.
Are you worried about Shona at all?
I don't think Zenny even thought about that until you said it.
You're a monster.
I don't think they would do anything to her. I mean, she has no involvement. She's just my boss. She's my landlord. They shouldn't, right?
I don't know. Powerful men, they have abilities to find out things about people. I just want to make sure we're weighing all the consequences here. I mean, I could maybe help with that, but it would take a while. I mean, my dad, he moves things, but it would take him a while to get out here.
I have no idea. I have no idea how things will go when we get back.
You can at least put this on the table. We are not okay with killing them, correct?
No.
Okay, so we're on the same page there. So we try to talk about it then, and if it doesn't work out, then we're just screwed? I mean,
we can just leave Zeph. We have no ties there.
it's true, but I'm still worried about Xenia, I guess.
Me too.
Like I said, I don't think we have very much of a choice. We can't go back and say nothing. I guess we could try to lie, but I feel like that's just as risky as...
I don't think we should lie. If we lie, he just sends more people out on this quest, and eventually someone's gonna say it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what reason does he really have to pay the price? If we just go in there and we just say, hey, if you don't pay this price, we have to give up family members. What does he care? We're just mercenaries that he hired off the street.
He cares he
Exactly
loses his daughter.
I mean, but if we're not killing them, then his daughter's not in danger.
If he agrees, he's gonna have to give her up.
Yeah, so...
Yeah. I think he's
She's dead either way.
Listen to us, yeah.
Well, she's not
we
dead
just-
either way. If we can... Oh, okay, well, if he doesn't agree, and we're not killing them, she's fine, we're fucked. So... That's the only way that she doesn't die.
Where the stone is?
What'd you say?
Can we just tell him where the stone is?
We can. When we get paid, maybe. That sounds like sending more people to die, but he might just do that anyways if we come back and say nothing.
I worry that if we tell him where it is, he will send troop after troop to try and get it back. If his whole economy is dying.
Then I think
So-
we should explain what we found and what dangers it poses, and maybe just leave it up to him.
Are we okay with telling him the deal that Rosie asked of us, that we take them down a few pegs?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Zephyr, like, pinching the bridge of his nose in frustration. So,
Do not
what is...
understand what that means.
It means it means that they will no longer be in power, whether we spread rumors or humiliate them or dig up dirt or frame them for something.
Well, what
Turn
is
the
the
people
way
against them.
that causes the least unnecessary death? Let's think about that first. So, if we kill them, that solves the problem of we won't have to lose family members, but of course we're killing them. If we don't kill them and they say no to paying it, we lose family members. If we bring up the price and they say yes, then his daughter dies. If we just tell them where the stone is, he sends more mercenaries and armies here, and they probably die. So I don't think if we take the deal, people are going to die. If we don't take the deal, people are going to die. If we tell them stuff, people are going to die. If we don't tell them stuff, people are going to die. I feel like we're kind of backed into a corner.
I will not go into someone's home and kill them.
No.
I don't think any of us want to do that, Silencio.
None of us want to do that.
So that is one less option.
I mean, overall, the least collateral seems like his daughter, but is he going to...
There's the option where he does nothing. Nobody dies. Nobody comes back up here. His daughter isn't given up, and they just re-practice their farming.
We must convince him to...
They reevaluate.
When you cultivate something, it is important to only cultivate as much as you need.
And they
We
have not been
can-
doing that.
Give them the shard, and maybe they can adjust.
This shard won't last for so long.
But maybe it's a good kind of test period.
That is what I think, yes.
Well, when you're in a position of power and you essentially have the key to your main issue sitting just out of reach, in the experience I've seen, that person in power will typically try as hard as they can to reach that thing and pile as many people under them as they need to until they can reach it.
Well, that is up to him. We can't, as we've established, I don't think we have the power to remove him or do anything else. I say we don't take the deal, but we explain what we found. That puts us at less risk, and it's up to him what he wants to do. We could
We
try
could
to
explain
persuade
the
him.
repercussions.
Yes. And then, hopefully, if he truly has Oakheart's intentions in mind, he will try to make a compromise.
I'll just throw this on the table. If he sends in more innocent people to die in the sake of this, I'm not going to be as opposed to killing him as before. His daughter, no, she can live, but if he starts causing people to die, I might,
I mean, we can hang around town and watch.
Yeah, we can...
Kind of all we could do, though.
What if we tell the people of Oakheart
We tell
everything that we know?
They might put pressure on him.
I could do that.
And that's not going to come back to bite us in the ass.
It probably will, to be honest. And
I mean,
honestly, it will probably end with his daughter.
Do we intend to rush back and go straight to him?
We don't have to.
Second question. Does Oakheart have a newspaper?
Does Oakheart have a newspaper?
So there is actually a small publication that's brought around every once in a while by a group of bards.
Or town criers. Like, that'll work too.
No. This is like actual lore.
Okay.
A group of bards from a place called the College on the Road. They are both performers as well as investigators, and sometimes even, to a lesser extent, early journalists who gather stories and try to spread the news wherever they travel to perform to try and make the roads a little safer. They do frequently, whenever they're in town, they frequently look up stories and spread news. It's kind of spoken word news at this point.
And are they distinguishable?
They're actually quite respectable. They're maybe not heard of often, but any attempts at trying to verify information, they've generally gotten it spot on.
Okay.
Just to clarify, though, there are, but if we go to them first, or even if we go to them all after talking to Lord Athmid, we will be fucked and we will have to leave.
I still do not know what fucked means.
It means screwed. It means we're in big
do
trouble.
not know what screwed... Oh, I understand trouble.
Okay.
I mean, contextually, that's what it means now.
Oh, no.
Yes, it can be used in a lot of different ways, but
yeah,
that's what it
sometimes
means right
two
now.
people go into the forest and they, anyway.
I understand now.
Oh, no.
So wait, Xenia, you think going to these bards is a bad idea?
I think going to the bards and telling... We were brought to Lord Athmid's house, and nobody else knew we were there.
Mm-hmm.
He told us the only people who knew we were there were himself, his daughter, and, 2 guards. He obviously wants to keep this secret. I can see why. If people knew about what he was doing, there would be repercussions.
From where
What
I'm sitting,
sort
though,
of
there's
repercussions?
repercussions no matter what. Either we have to kill him then, because he's sending people out, and we have to leave, probably. Or I write a couple news articles, and we have to leave regardless.
If the people know about his secret, what sort of repercussions might there be?
I don't think he would be very
Seems like
happy
he'll
with
just be
us.
pissed at us.
And I
That
don't
does
know
not
what kind
seem
of
like
man
a
he is.
repercussion to him.
We might, I guess, potentially there might be some kind of a protest which would work for our favor, but having people in a position of power, a pretty major position of power, upset with you is not exactly good.
He could send people after us.
Or after
Maybe.
our family, and then we're back to step 1.
So we can leave?
We would have to leave Silencio. I don't trust an angry man in power.
I mean, it depends on how many of our family members he can find. Mine, for sure, but the rest of y'all?
I don't really give out my family name. I don't think even Shona knows it. I think I might be okay. I mean, I wouldn't be okay, but family-wise.
I can be okay until he finds a village that had a single air Genasi in it.
If he knows to look for that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't know how much info he can dig up. I don't know how much info's out there about me. I traveled around a bit.
If we leave quickly, he might have more troubles on his hands than tracking down a couple of people. At least for a little bit. We could make distance.
That's even if we go that route. I mean, we could just leave. We could not stir up any protests, or, I mean, on the one hand, they might even throw him out and we don't have anything to worry about.
I want to, at least for me, I want to at least try to talk to him. Give him a chance, at least, you know.
Sure, sure.
We're making lots of assumptions.
So we talk to him. If he doesn't agree, we talk to the people of Oakheart, and then we get the hell out of Dodge.
And
Let's
just
hope
to be
it
clear,
doesn't
this
come to that.
includes not making the first deal.
Yes.
Okay, good.
At least for me, I don't... What about you, Silencio? How important is the first deal to you?
It is very important.
Is it anything that we can help with?
Yeah, is there anyone else we can turn to?
I do not know.
Maybe the price will lower if the three of us back out from that part and we only have one question. Silencio is.
We can ask.
Silencio, are you comfortable with us knowing what you asked for?
It might be helpful for us to determine whether or not we can help you.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm just asking if you are.
I do not know.
Okay, that's fair.
I know people who might be able to help you find someone. Are you looking for someone? Do you need answers?
I do need answers.
Well, I don't know. I can ask my cards, and I know people who are much better at sussing out information than I. Maybe I can help you there.
You do not trust Rosie?
No.
Not when the price she asked for is family.
Zeph?
I trust she could give the right information, but I don't necessarily know how much I trust just making a deal with something that has that much power over us.
Silencio turns to Xenia. I will follow you. I will trust you.
And I promise I will help you find whatever you're looking for.
He just stands there.
The rest of you, have we come to a decision?
We head back for another uncomfortable dinner session.
Yes.
And we play it by ear from there.
Yes. Does that sound okay to you, Zephyr?
I guess let's see how it turns out.
Shall I? Sorry.
In the
Rosie
background,
really
you
bad
hear,
cold.
yeah.
It's not Peanut, it's him.
That would be very impressive coming from Peanut.
Best parrot ventriloquist.
She was chirping so much during Silencio's pause, I was picturing him making those noises. Shall I break the news to her?
I think so.
Go ahead, Miss Delacroix.
All right, then. And we'll lead them back to Rosie.
Okay, you all walk back toward Rosie, who seems to have just been sitting there rather peacefully, weaving some of the vines that had recently erupted from near the stream into a rather beautiful little crown. So you've decided?
I believe we have, and respectfully, I'm sorry that we must decline your deal. Both of them.
There's a bit of a pout to her as she kind of gathers her thoughts. And there's nothing, no sweetening of the deal that could change your mind?
Your price is much too high.
She pauses for a moment, looking around, trying, perhaps even searching for something she could say that could get you to change her mind. What price would be agreeable?
For the terms of both?
For the terms of your personal goals. As it is, I know at least one, perhaps two or three. Your desires, the questions you've wanted to know for most of your life, are contingent on answers I could provide quite readily.
I think where we all draw the line is sacrificing family.
But you would only be sacrificing family if you failed.
Which puts the hands of our deal in somebody else.
This
we
is
don't
true.
Trust Lord Athmid in particular, given what he has done to you, though if it is...
Trust his greed. Trust his fear of losing everything that belongs to him.
We won't guess at the minds of mortal men, if you will. They're flighty.
Is there something you want, Rosie?
Aside from that.
I want the price paid. That's the first price. Loved ones are simply collateral. You haven't even negotiated how many attempts you'd require. You haven't tried to negotiate any alternate ways you could get him to agree. You haven't considered any of that. You're not exactly playing along.
I think that might be the second problem here, Rosie, is we don't exactly trust you either.
She sighs quite deeply and almost leans back against the stone like physical exhaustion has set in. A flare of dramatic to her. Well, you're at least far wiser than the last owner of this gift. If you don't wish to pay, I can't force you to pay, but the stone will stay here until a price is paid, whether it be his or yours. You haven't made a deal, and so you owe no price. He will not get this stone, and your city will die without it.
The wonderful thing about people, Rosie, is they can adapt, so I have little worries about that.
She looks at you in a entertained fashion. As you wish. If you don't wish to strike a deal, then you may leave in peace. I do appreciate the conversation. It was the most peaceful and stimulating one I've had in quite a while. If you wish to make any individual deals, all you need do is come find me.
We can always find you here.
Always.
Well, thank you for taking the time to entertain us.
She stands up rather quickly and bows deeply.
We appreciate your hospitality.
Well, I hope to be more hospitable in the future. Please, you may convey to Lord Athmid that if he wishes to pay the price, he can still get the stone by his own volition.
We'll be sure to. Brun's gonna make steps away from her, but not leave the area until...
She turns and retreats back into the entryway to her home, the darkness enveloping her as she goes back.
Zinnia closes her eyes and just lets out a deep breath and reaches under her cloak to grasp her pendant for a bit. Are you guys ready to go?
Oh, I was ready ages ago, honeybee.
Silencio?
I am ready.
And let's get out of this dreary cave. She'll turn.
Okay.
Brun's gonna take one more vial of water as they leave.
You beat me to it. I was actually going to have something similar.
Water for everyone!
Okay. If you guys want to collect a couple more vials of water, how many are you looking to collect?
I'm just gonna cap at my 2 total.
Yeah, just one for Silencio.
Okay, you have 2 in your inventory, Brun, and 1 for Silencio. You guys gather the water.
Well,
Zinnia gonna grab some?
Sorry. Zinnia, thinking of Ashana, is going to dump out her canteen and just stick it in the water.
Okay.
One of these is for you. Actually, both of these are for you.
She dumps it back out in the river.
Okay, you dump out the canteen back into the river.
One for you, one for Shona.
I wonder if this stuff is drinkable, or what it would do to you.
Don't, please. That's the one stipulation I'm going to give you.
I'm just wondering.
Drink this.
I'm not going to actually do it.
All right.
What should we call this water?
I called it, hold on, I will tell you. I called it magic green plant growing water. I think it's pretty accurate.
I mean, it's not wrong.
It's very descriptive. I called it Wildmother Water.
That's cool too, I guess. That's like a band name.
Called it. Trademarked.
He's going back on SoundCloud, guys.
Oh man, what a time.
I've already subscribed.
No, thank you. All right, so moving on. The 4 of you wander down from the cave, leaving outside through the front entrance. Anything else you guys do as you go wandering along?
Is there any sign of that creepy tree woman?
Make a perception check.
I've been rolling so well. Let's see what happens. Oh, 11.
An 11. You look around and seems to have vanished.
Silencio, did you want to check out that cave still? Or at all?
No.
All right, then. I got it marked down.
I
everybody.
know
don't care
you
if you
do.
want to go. I'll go eventually. It's fine.
That desire for everybody to know everybody's backstories, that's real. It's far too real.
Y'all got too much from me.
I'm gonna pull
Be a
Brun
divination
aside real
wizard.
quick.
Okay.
Brun, do you know how far away that cave would be?
Why?
I just thought, if it comes to a point where we're going to be settling down for the night, it's not that far. If he doesn't want to see it, I kind of want to see it.
I don't want to intrude on his privacy, I guess.
I don't want to have come out all this way for nothing.
I don't think it's nothing.
I do.
Brun's gonna give him a long fucking look. More of a glare, I would say. It was what, Nic, like half a day in between here and there?
Oh, it was probably 4 or 5 hours. No, he was closer to 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's really fucking close. Okay. I don't think it's far enough away that we could convince him to let us stop in there, and I don't know if that's a breach of trust I want to make right now. Especially after we talked him out of something he really wanted to do.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, Zeph, I'll give you the map if you want, and you can go check it out.
I mean, there are weird owlbears out here. I don't think that anyone should be going anywhere alone.
I mean, yeah, if I'm not there to protect you, it might be a bad idea, so.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Just, I don't think you quite know how much protection I actually do for you behind the scenes. Anyway, walks back to the rest of the party.
Oh, I know, you fucking bastard. And they will walk.
Okay. So the 4 of you continue walking down toward the, I assume, any particular direction you're going in, or just trying to beeline it back to Oakheart?
If we could avoid that creepy grove, grab the fucking horses. Are they still there?
Are they still alive?
Let's find out.
Are they several feet taller than they were before?
Are they Clydesdales now?
Okay.
I think I already had a Clydesdale.
I think you did too.
Yeah, it's just a monster. So, the 4 of you continue walking down. It's probably about 30 minutes to an hour before you reach the horses. And lo and behold, they're sitting there peacefully chewing on some of the grass. By this time, the dark clouds ahead of you have just unleashed, and there's a torrent of snow falling down. Maybe torrent's a little strong. It's not blizzard-like, but it's probably coated the ground in 2 or 3 inches of snow at this point. The horses are kind of digging through the snow, eating at some of the wild grass that is still in the strength that everything's growing in the vicinity of Lonely Rose's cave. The grass is still poking up from the snow.
Are there any tracks around in the snow? Around the horses specifically?
Make a survival check.
I'm not good at these. Oh, it's wisdom. That's not good enough. That's an 8.
An 8. Looks like snow, man.
Nice. I'm too distracted by the horse.
I know this is called snow. What is it?
I'm trying to think if Brun knows the science behind snow.
Is it dangerous?
Probably would. Maybe?
I mean,
would school cover that shit?
You guys
medieval school?
I mean, you guys know what snow is. It's not like this mystical thing.
But do we have the
y'all.
How It's Made episodes on it?
I mean, you're probably not as in-depth as How It's Made, but you can
The snow
assume...
fairy comes along.
Yeah, we're not going like it's
water.
Snow fairy here. Like, it's water. When water gets cold, it freezes. Like, it's...
Okay. Yeah, it's just really cold water that's turned into a much lighter, whiter material.
Ice?
Sort of. There's ice. There's rain that can turn into much harder ice. That's called hail. But this is, I think this is kind of pretty.
Silencio gets on his horse.
I love our little talks.
Okay. You hop on your horse. The rest of you hop on as well?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, between the snow and the overgrowth, it is exceedingly difficult to guide you guys through. We're going to count this entire area as difficult terrain. Your movement is halved. The cold beginning to bite away at all of you. You get maybe 5-6 hours into the, oh no, goodness, it would have been, 1 second.
Uh-oh.
We're going to the cave, guys.
No, I have an app that actually keeps track of time and calendar.
That's so cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Can you send that to me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which
There
of us
you
is
guys
taking
go.
Mind next time?
I'm going to say you guys took, what, an hour? Do you want to say an hour, 2 hours in Rosie's cave?
I mean, we argued for an actual hour, which is impressive for us. It was
Yeah,
only an
that's
hour.
fair. That's fair. Yeah, let's call it 2. So,
Oh my god.
what's up?
He opened it.
I'm sorry. I calculated and handmade a lunar and solar calendar for my home game, and this would have been so much easier.
Oh,
And
I was so
die.
I was so willing to do that, and then before I really committed to studying how that shit works, I thought, no, there are enough nerds in this universe. Somebody has to have done this
It's true,
before.
though.
And so quick
Yeah.
Google
Fantasy
search,
calendar.
and I'm like, yes.
I mean, I
used
watched
it.
a YouTuber, so it's not like I did this all myself. Like, he had the formulas. I just came up with the shit myself. But,
oh my god.
man, this is so much faster.
It
Thank
is. It is, of course. This saved my life.
It's so useful.
It really is. It really is. So you guys have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have probably about 4.5 hours before true darkness begins to hit. We're going to say that things happened pretty uninterrupted throughout that point. What are you doing as the sun begins to set, still obscured by these deep, heavy snow clouds?
And we make it to a road?
No,
Or-
you do not make it to a road. You've only traveled 4 hours at half the pace of normal.
And it was through the forest first. Shit.
Mhm. You probably haven't even gotten back to your old campsite where the Owlbear was.
But we passed the creepy grove.
You've probably passed the creepy grove. Yeah, I
We're
would say
not
that's fair.
camping in the creepy grove.
No, I don't think you're camping quite in Creepy Grove.
Quite, he says. Well, as it gets darker, just to help, Brun will light up a couple of things for the blindies in her party.
Like what?
Let's see. My armor would be an easy view.
Okay, big beacon.
There you go. Yeah, follow the leader.
Big beacon.
Okay. You instantly just start lighting up, illuminating the entire area around you. How much further do you guys want to travel?
We should probably prepare and set in if it's really going to storm.
Yeah. Are there any places that we've seen that we could take shelter in?
Make survival
Okay.
checks.
Oh God.
No, you guys, if you were heading to the west, you are behind. You're beyond the mountain range.
What is wrong with me?
I have a 23 for Silencio.
Thank God, 'cause
Shit.
I have a 10.
I have a 16.
19.
Very nice, very nice. Picking up shiny Brun slack. Everybody seems to, with the aid of the light, of course, really get a sense of maybe not quite where you guys are, but kind of looking for strategic areas to set up a camp, someplace you probably wouldn't get too buried under snow if it's going to get, seriously bad. You do manage to find a place that seems pretty canopied by the trees. You're still in heavier growth, so the tree canopies are expansive. You can probably secure a decent enough camping spot around here. We'd say I'll say that takes you another 30 minutes or so to find.
It's time to set up camp.
I'll actually help tonight
Yeah,
instead of
nice.
looking for stuff.
Since I've got light, I'm going to help find firewood.
Okay, and after, there are a couple of times you'll have to recast, but finding wood definitely isn't the
cantrip, I don't
problem. Give me, let's do, what the hell, let's make it a skill challenge, guys. How are you guys helping set up camp?
Silencio is doing what he's told.
Who wants to set up the tents, guys?
Make an insight check to see, Silencio, make an insight check to see how well you understand the context of what they're asking you to do.
12.
12. Okay, sometimes they
Shut
throw
up,
out
Peanut.
a couple of...
She's laughing at you.
What are the phrases that when learning a new language people try to refrain
swears?
from? Not swears. That's like obviously the first thing you want to learn when you're learning a new language. It's like turns of phrases.
Oh, like colloquialisms?
Colloquialisms, yes.
And idioms and stuff?
Yeah, colloquialisms, idioms. There are a little too many of those for you, Silencio. You struggle a bit. Who's doing what now?
I'm trying to light a fire, but the just subtle breeze that constantly blows off me is putting it out every time.
Okay. So
Thanks for being helpful, I guess.
What skill do you want to use trying to light this fire?
It's farts, apparently.
I'm an air Genasi. I always have a faint
You're always a
breeze around
fart?
me. Yep, I'm just a fart. I don't know, I'll use survival, I guess.
Okay, give me a survival check.
13.
13. Okay. You, sure enough, the faint breeze blowing by yourself makes it a little difficult along with the biting cold. Brun and Xenia, what are you guys doing? You can't use survival and you can't use insight.
I'm looking for firewood.
Okay. Any
you want
skill in particular?
Or investigation? I don't know what you would deem better for this.
What do you want to use?
I would like to use perception.
Okay, so how are you using perception to try and find firewood?
My eyes.
Okay, work with me here.
I'm using the light from my armor to try and find covered pieces of wood that might not have been soaked with snow yet.
Nice. Yes, go for it. Perception check.
Natural 20.
There it is. Let's update stats. Awesome. That counts as 2 successes. Yeah, like nobody's business. This is just your day. You're feeling good. You managed to find a pretty healthy amount of firewood. Xenia, what are you doing?
I suppose I'm trying to figure out the best place using the trees and the different branches to set up tents without them being knocked over in wind.
Okay, what skill would you like to use?
Would that be investigation or nature?
I was just thinking you could do investigation or nature. Either one, your choice.
Okay. It's the same bonus for each, so...
Cool.
Shit, though. That's bad. I'm doing so bad today. That's a 10.
A 10. Okay. So, as the four of you have gathered around trying to tie off the horses, looking and trying to get your act together, set up a decent camp, it's a pretty heavy struggle. Although Brun makes very good finds when it comes to the firewood, keeping it dry as well as trying to light it in the first place has been an issue. Xenia is looking for ways to kind of keep anything from falling or keep shelter from collapsing, but in her increasing flustered state and frustration, she continues using idioms on Silencio, who's just constantly asking questions about what does this mean? What does this mean? And Xenia gets more and more frustrated.
I don't know right now.
I want all of you guys to make Constitution saving throws with disadvantage.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Can we also have blocked off our horses from some of the wind as well?
Of course,
Okay.
the one natural 20 I rolled tonight is on disadvantage.
I love it.
Yeah, of course, the one natural 20 I roll ever is
Oh
disadvantage.
my god, guys. I got double 2s.
Oof.
I actually rolled an 18 on my second one. That's not bad.
I rolled a 9.
With disadvantage.
This is a Constitution saving throw, right?
Yep, Constitution saving throw.
All right,
I
I
got
got a
5.
5.
Woo!
22.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, I got a natural 20 and an 18.
Holy shit. Okay. Did we count Brun's nat 20 for the survival check?
I did, yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
I was proud.
Okay, and who got a nat 1? Was it Zephyr?
I don't think anyone got a nat 1.
No, I got double twos.
Double twos. Okay. All right, we're good then. So you guys set up camp. You guys set up camp. Begin securing the horses. I'll be kind because this night has not been kind and say that securing the horses goes well. Overall, though, you're taking a long rest, everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With watches.
With watches. I will say watches are... Everybody give me a perception check. Everybody except for Silencio with advantage.
I had one good roll tonight, and I blew it on fucking finding firewood.
18.
18.
What am I adding? I'm so mad. 14.
8.
18, 14, and 8. Excellent. So, the night seems to go without a hitch. The snow very constantly falling. By the time you guys have all switched your shifts, you've been able to keep the snow out of your camp mostly. But it is a very, very miserable night. You're all going to wake up with 1 level of exhaustion.
No.
Oh, no, Xenia is not. Xenia succeeded somehow.
I slept great.
Yeah, somehow you did fine. But
I like the
Brun,
cold.
Silencio, and Zephyr are going to wake up with 1 level of exhaustion. And the night goes by without a hitch.
Do you guys want some tea? I made some tea while you guys were sleeping.
Yes, please.
Okay.
I did not drink.
I know you don't.
Yeah,
You can still try it if you want. We haven't tested how you handle liquids.
Is Silencio, is his body warm because he was by the fire all night?
It's a little warm. It's collected some heat. Wood isn't a great conductor of heat, but his seems to be fire. Seems to not catch very well and absorb the heat a little better. Definitely,
But he's a little warmer than the general air.
Definitely.
Brun is going to sit way too comfortably close to him and try to leech body heat.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Silencio will say nothing. I don't even know what his body range is. It might be 0. He might be fine.
Time to learn, bitch.
Anybody want to lick my plate armor and see if your tongue gets stuck?
No.
Why would I do this?
Do you have a tongue, Silencio?
I do not.
You don't? Okay.
That
Yeah,
answer
so-
he had instantly.
Yeah. I did.
All right, so you guys have woken up, you deconstruct your camp. It is still quite dark, being closer and closer to the winter solstice. The nights seem to be getting longer. You guys probably have a good 2.5, 3 hours before the sun begins to rise. But the snow has stopped.
That's promising.
Is it too early to ride, or with the light, would it be dangerous to head out now?
Are you asking me, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, with
Weatherman,
light,
please.
with the light on your armor, you'd probably be fine. The sky is now clear, so you're getting star and moonlight. It would be. I don't know that it would be easy, but I don't think it would be inherently dangerous. No, more so than any other time traveling at night.
Zenny will also assist with some dancing lights, just concentrating on that as we go.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I'd say between that, you guys have more than enough light to begin traveling. Who's heading up the pack and who's in the back?
I guess if I'm trying to shed light, I'm probably at the front.
I am right next to Brun.
Then I am behind Zephyr.
I've been in the back every time so far, so
Okay.
let's keep that up.
Okay. Well, Xenia and Brun, give me perception checks.
Oh boy. Time to roll another 4.
Fuck! Good God! It's a 9.
15.
A nat 1 and a 15.
Are you guys
No,
rolling
no,
with
no, no, a
disadvantage?
9. A
A
9.
9. Okay, 9 and a 15. All right. So, Xenia, you don't particularly see anything. How long are you guys traveling?
I guess the whole day, unless someone wanted to stop or anything. Also, Brittany, roll your new portent.
Oh, yeah, thank you. You're like my portent reminder.
Did you roll with disadvantage, Kayla?
Oh, fuck, I'm exhausted. I forgot.
Ooh, yeah.
That is a... Oh my god, why is math so hard? Fuck. What is wrong with me?
You sound so distressed.
I'm so tired. 7.
7. Okay. All right. So you guys are traveling, moving along at a bit of a slog. It's still pretty difficult. You're getting to the point where the forest is beginning to be normal forest, which, that is to say, still rather difficult for horses to navigate, but the snow is beginning to melt. The sun has been on the rise for about an hour and a half, an hour. So it's getting easier. It's more slushy than anything else. As you two are looking around, just any signs of a road or danger or any kind of life, nothing seems to happen for good 2.5, 3, 4 hours. You're going to 8 or 9 o'clock as you've been traveling on the road. And Xenia, your horse starts, is it whickering?
That would be a word.
A word?
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be entirely inaccurate.
Okay. It seems to kind of start huffing and moving
Yeah.
a little more hesitantly.
Okay, she'll kind of pat it anxiously, to try to calm it down a little bit by patting its neck. Does she not see anything as she looks around?
You can give me one more perception check.
Okay. 3.
Don't see. You ain't found shit.
Mm-hmm.
Are the rest of the horses startling or just the back?
The back at first.
Okay.
A few minutes go by as the horse in the back is kind of seeming to be a little difficult to control. And then Silencio's horse begins to start acting hesitantly or strangely.
Brun, what does this mean?
What is what?
I was going to ask you
She's
as well.
freaking out a little bit. I don't know what I did.
Oh shit, I thought mine just saw a bird or something. Normally, I mean, in a group like that, could be a predator around, maybe they smell. Could be pretty far, could be pretty close. I mean, snow does weird shit, right? So, I mean, anyone hear anything?
I don't see anything.
I haven't either, but, I mean,
You can
horses are spooky.
You can make another perception check, guys.
Disadvantage.
Oh my
don't
god.
let me-
Yep.
Disadvantage.
I'm
Still
going
an
to
8.
replace one of this,
No, sorry,
this
still a
4
7.
with a...
16 for Silencio
Okay.
with disadvantage.
14 or 13 for Zephyr with disadvantage.
13
And
with
I'm-
disadvantage.
Am I allowed to make another one too, or is that my 3 that was that good?
Go ahead, make another.
Okay, well, it was a 4, but I'm going to replace it with the 15 I got for Portent and make it a 16.
Okay. And make it a 16. Okay. So, you all start to look around. Silencio and Xenia. The two of you see a rather large shape moving very swiftly in between the trees.
Something is coming towards us.
How big does it look?
It moved very quickly. It was hard to immediately say for sure.
Its movements are not similar to that of the base stock that we saw on the way here.
Most definitely not. This was
Okay.
far too limber.
Okay.
I think there was something in the trees that looked pretty big.
Yes, I saw it as well.
I don't know what other native predators are around here, but
I would recommend either getting off the horses, booking it, because they might run without us. And I don't know if some of you can hold on.
What will the book do?
Sorry, they'll run, they'll get scared, and they'll run as fast as they can in a random direction.
let's get off then. I don't really feel comfortable with
Circle the wagons.
Okay. Silencio
Okay.
will get off his horse.
I want everybody to make animal handling checks.
No, why
boy.
do you do this to me,
No.
Nicola?
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Fuck that rolled out of my box. Come here.
That's a 6 for Silencio.
9.
9.
12.
Dirty 20.
Ever since we got exhausted, you're rolling better than you ever have.
Right?
Hey, if it works, man.
The disadvantage just is an incentive. It's a
I
challenge.
do better when I'm tired, yeah.
I'm gonna need just a moment here.
We're getting thrown, bitches.
Time for a fight.
We're not getting our deposit back on these horses.
Nope.
Not getting that deposit back. That was never the option. Actually, if you guys would like to take a quick pit stop, I'm going to have to set up the map and a couple other things.
Sure.
So yeah.
I always have to
quick
pee, so that's fine.
Sounds good.
Guys, if we don't bring these horses back, the Athmids are going to kill our closest family member.
What if,
It all
hear me
comes
out,
full
what if the
circle.
horse is my closest family member?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I get attached real fast. Alright, BRB.
Okay.
Is anybody still on the line?
Hello.
I am, but I'm
Hey
eating
there.
kanji, so I'm muted.
Love it.
Are you disappointed with us? We didn't take your creepy deal.
As the sadistic part of me is disappointed, the part of me that loves your role playing is not. That was super appropriate and just all around wonderful on everybody's end.
Aw. Well, I'm glad if any part of you was disappointed, I'm glad it was the sadistic part.
That's the
I feel
best
like
part.
that's good for us.
Yeah, as a player, that's probably the best part you could disappoint. Yeah.
hmm
I mean, the masochistic part of me really wanted to take that deal.
Oh, that shit would have gone so sideways.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Silencio didn't give a fuck. Silencio knows nothing of politics, nothing of overworld anything. He was like, why do you not want to kill everything and take this on?
Seems legit.
We could
It's
totally
a
do
good
that.
price, guys.
She could have asked us for 10 gold.
It's fine. We're all going to die to some creepy woodland creature. So it won't even matter.
It's always creepy woodland creatures.
Yeah.
It's Rosie. She just walking
She's
around
real
real
pissed.
big like. She's just got a wide
Stop
stance
stealing
and broad
plot
shoulders.
points.
Yeah, really. Spoiler alert, Steve.
Jeez. So this was actually a random encounter that I rolled up. So kind
Ooh.
of took me by surprise.
It took us
Sweet.
by surprise, too.
Not yet, it hasn't, but it will.
Not yet. Yeah. We're still blissfully unaware.
We're slightly aware. Can you feel this for me?
Yeah, slightly. We don't know what it is, though. Maybe it's friendly.
Yeah.
It's a lost puppy following us home.
It's just real excited for cuddles. That's why it's coming at us so quick.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, honestly, that would be worse than a fight because you guys would be actually gaining a pet.
Yeah, we
that
would
I know-
adopt
Oh,
it
this
so
campaign
fast.
would be over. Like it would basically just be Puppy Simulator. That's all.
Isn't that,
I'm sorry, what? I'm
isn't
sorry,
that
what?
just the subtitle to D&D?
Puppy Simulator? Yeah, that's accurate.
I would like to play that game.
D and dogs.
Give me Nintendogs, yo.
I mean,
Hey,
Theo's
that was a good
nickname was
game.
Puppy, right? So
That's true.
I have a snack now. What I miss?
Not a whole lot. Still prepping.
talking about
Nice.
how we're gonna kill Brun.
Yeah.
Luck.
We decided to choose the weak link.
We're gonna wait until she wraps up into her cocoon and then crush it.
You gotta cut your losses, man.
Do
We're
it
gonna
early.
go back to Rosie and say, "Can we kill Brun in exchange for our stuff instead?"
She's really the only one that
She's our
doesn't like you.
closest family member right now.
You can certainly try.
I was impressed that you guys didn't, go full murder hobo, try to convince her that a different family member was the valued one, or it was very, very appropriate role play. I was a fan.
Aww.
I just figured she would know.
She absolutely would have, but most other players I have would have tried to weasel their way out of it, so good on you guys.
Thanks for the Witcher quest. God damn. Fucking morally great bullshit.
Shrugs. Just wait until the soundtrack of the next one. First bard you meet, the entire music playing in the background will just be toss a coin to your Witcher.
Just
Nice. The epic version?
Oh, Valley. They did it. It's not my fault. Nic said it first. My wife's giving me a dirty look. Sorry. I've been singing this for weeks.
I have too. I'm just lucky that Emily hasn't gotten tired of it yet. It's just too good of a song.
Ellie pretends to
very
be
catchy.
tired of it, but she secretly loves it. She bought me a video game earlier this week on Steam, and the note was just toss a coin to your Witcher lyrics. So
Aw.
Yes.
she pretends to be mad, but she really isn't.
Isn't that the best?
It is the best. Oh, man, I meant to say, fucking College of the Road, please tell me that you have like a homebrew bard college and can send that to me. Because I love that idea.
I didn't, but now I will.
Oh, man, I love that idea.
Yeah, that'd be so fun to play.
That was just
Like-
a super cool concept. I think it's dope.
A bard that doesn't try to screw everything. I love it.
A respectable bard?
I mean,
So hang on. they're not-
journalists are pretty horny from my experience.
True.
Also fair. And I think respectable might be a little. You haven't met them yet, so let's reserve judgment. But
Nice.
I think the words he used was respectable enough.
respectable enough. Yeah, they're the right kind of shiesty. Like anybody who goes to the college on the road just loves the place. But also, it's like family. You get tired after a little while, and you're like, I have to go home now.
Oh shit, instead of the first romanceable NPC, will be the first romancing NPC.
Mm.
I don't know. I have the energy to try and romance my player characters.
We are
Just being worn
offended.
down too much.
I mean,
So-
how are you ever going to find out how easy Silencio is if you don't try?
Very true.
I think Silencio would have to figure that shit out first. Like,
If he doesn't know how close someone can sit to him, you got some time.
I don't know how close someone can sit to him. Silencio does. I just haven't thought about it.
I exist to keep you on your toes.
And I decided that he was fine.
Duly noted.
alrighty. So, you all have just looked around. You've gathered your thoughts. You guys unmounted from your horses? Dismounted?
Dismount. Was that what that animal handling roll was for? The dismount?
No. It's
Okay.
for what comes next.
Cool. I get off my fucking horse if possible.
Would you guys mind giving me your totals again?
I think I had a 7.
Right.
12,
No,
I
that,
believe?
I think that was me.
What the
I-
hell? Let's re-roll
No.
them. Let's re-roll them.
Oh no, let's not reroll them, please.
Didn't you use your portent for that?
You did.
No, that
She
was
got a-
for
was it?
perception.
Oh, perception.
I got a
Alright.
dirty 20 for the animal handling.
Yeah, and I got a
But-
12 for
Fucking
anyone.
thought.
Okay.
I rolled, I think, better this time. But
Yeah,
it's still
I
not
did.
good.
Okay.
I've got a 12.
I have a. Oh my god. 10.
A 10. Okay. Zeph and Xenia, you guys remembered yours, so I'll let you keep yours.
Okay.
You two can both get the new ones, Silencio and Brun.
I mean, I think my other one was a 9, so.
Yeah, I definitely rolled better this time. I have
Okay.
no fault against you if you choose to.
Yeah. Just give us a number.
No
Yeah, we're both
worries.
threes. Who
No
cares?
worries. You guys dismount, beginning to wander through the slowly melting snow. You see a shape running through the trees, and Xenia, your horse tries to bolt. You hang on tightly, just gripping the reins, and just barely manage to keep it under control. Brun, Silencio, Zeph, the three of you also, the horses are losing their shit. You're trying to hold on and having a struggle, but everybody's holding on so far.
Hmm.
Have I calmed my horse down enough that I could think about casting something?
You, out of anyone, probably. They're all still kind of anxiously pounding their hooves in the snow, but I would say you could probably cast something if you wanted.
Right. She's gonna reach under her cloak and pull out her wand and just flick it in the direction of the shape and send some dancing lights over there so they can get a better look.
Okay, you send the dancing lights over. By this point, daytime has broken, but even the lights will illuminate better throughout the shade made by the copse of the trees. Anything that's over there was gone by the time the lights reached it.
Are you guys, you all good?
I mean,
My
that's that
horse feels good.
spooky tree woman, I swear to all the gods.
It looked much bigger than her.
How many gods do you have?
I have none, but there's plenty.
Can you do something about my horse?
As she struggles with her own. Do we have time to tie them to something?
I would say you can certainly try.
Actually, no. Brun is not going to tie it to something. She's going to tie it to another horse.
Okay, I want you to make a dexterity check. At this point, I need you guys to roll for initiative.
Okay. If I'm gonna
Natural
ready
one.
compelled duel if one of the horses tries to run.
Oh, that just made that one fucking worth it.
Okay.
Because it's going to be mine in a second.
Does initiative count as an ability check?
I was gonna say, I think it does, yeah.
Yes, it does. So
Disadvantage.
with everybody except Xenia.
13.
13. That was Zephyr?
Yes.
13 for me as well.
8. Don't mind.
21.
Now you got this one doing it.
Brun has a nat 1.
No, nat 1 for the dex check.
Oh, okay. And then
13 for initiative.
13.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry, Silencio?
8.
I think we can always edit these ourselves if that's easy.
I think it would be, yes, definitely.
Oh yeah, we can.
What's happening to us? What's going on? What's going to happen? What's going to bite us? Where's my horse going?
We're going to put all horses on the same initiative.
Goodbye, all of your horses.
You don't want to run 4 different horses at 4 different periods for the battle?
Why, no, I don't want to run 4 horses.
What if we all turn into horses? Well, and then you have to run a whole bunch of horses. Yes. I will not ever be able to do this.
I can become a horse.
Actually, do I get? No, I don't get polymorph. That'd be so
No, you don't, I'm afraid. But so, we have Brun. You just tried tying everything together. We're going to start initiative with Xenia. What are you doing?
Well, I still don't see anything actively attacking us, correct?
Correct, you do
Okay.
not.
Well, in that case, she's just gonna kind of mutter under her breath, reveal yourself, Heckin Mother. And, she's going to tap herself on the chest and cast Mage Armor.
Okay. The shimmering glow surrounds your clothes as you cast Mage Armor on yourself.
And I don't think I can do anything else after that, so that's
Okay.
it.
Well, it's right around that point. We're going to move you over to the map. Oh, you guys are already there. Excellent.
We are.
It's right around that point that you hear the scratching of many, many feet. And leaping down from the cliff just behind you guys, you see 5 wolves. Massive in size. Perhaps not direwolf size, but very, very large as they just come erupting from the cliff face. And they're all going to attack one of your horses.
How dare they, first of all?
These are the things that killed my baby portal drake in my last campaign.
My horse.
They all gang up on
The
Denny's
nearest
horse.
horse.
Walks home.
Okay, they're all going to make their
Good lord.
attacks.
That changes everything I'm doing very quickly.
Because of pack tactics, they all get advantage. They are all
Oh,
gonna
that horse
hit.
is dead.
Dead horse.
Fucking dead.
Xenia, you turn to see just in time for 3 of the wolves to bring one of the horses down. The other 2 begin carrying it off right away.
Oh my god. We're doing so well.
That
My
is their
horse
turn. Zeph, what are you doing?
Okay, so would my no, never mind. My compelled duel it was forced away, so no. Okay, so I lose that spell then. You know what? I'm gonna cast compelled duel on one of the wolves then. That one specifically.
Okay, are you within range? Is it 30 or 60 feet?
Oh, you know what? It is 30 feet, so I can't. So I will move closer then.
Okay, are you letting go of the horse, or are you trying to drag the horse toward wolves?
I have a horse with me. Don't
Both of those options are bad. I just want to let you
Yeah,
know quick.
yeah, they are. All right. I guess I will cast Guiding Bolt at that one then.
Okay, make your ranged attack roll.
Okay. Oh, God damn it. 11.
11. The guiding bolt just shoots over their head as the wolves continually drag it away. Brun, what are you doing?
Is the horse dead? Is it struggling? What's going on?
Oh,
with
it
that
is
horse?
most definitely dead.
It's super dead. Okay.
Like, so dead.
And all of them are dragging away?
They're all retreating, seemingly.
I don't like the idea of that happening again. So I will fucking God. I will. Does that work? No. Okay, I'm gonna toll the dead at one of them.
Okay, and that is 60 feet, isn't it?
Yeah. I am,
Alright.
I think, just inside range. Yeah.
Okay, that is... Oh, fuck. That is going to be an 18. Did he get a minus?
I hope so. Jesus.
He
Like a
does
minus,
not.
like,
That's
6,
gonna
I'm
be
thinking?
A 19, a 19 wisdom saving throw.
Or take, yeah. Then fine, I guess. He just is annoyed.
Okay. So as this sonorous bell roars, you see one of the rocks near the wolf shatter, but the wolf seems to just intently keep taking away at this horse as they drag it. Next is the horse's turn. Everybody make an animal handling check.
Except
That's on a
me.
strength check.
Except for Xenia.
Ooh, nice.
First my bird, now my horse.
18 for Silencio.
Okay.
I give my horse a fond goodbye as I roll a 6.
13.
Okay. Alright. Brun, you try to
Yep.
hold on with your
See ya.
might, and that horse just fucking bye. He's gone.
He gone! Goodbye, horse. I loved you.
Oh, goodbye, wolves.
Goodbye, wolf.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Good night, moon.
The horse is just booking it. Zephyr and Silencio, you guys managed to hold on to your horses one more round. Silencio, what are you doing?
So, do I know enough about predator behavior to know whether or not they will stay with their kill or maybe come back for us.
You can make a nature check as a bonus action.
Okay. So that is... Oh man, that would have been great if it wasn't for the disadvantage. That's an 8.
An 8, okay. So you can probably gather these are predators. Your understanding of predators is that... so your understanding of predators is that if they are looking for food, they will stay with their kill. Where you grew up, there are predators that are far more sadistic, and sometimes those simply killed for the sport of it. So, hard to say.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do is... Okay. I am going to move up here, and I am going to hold Earth Tremor. And if they move towards me or Xenia with intent to attack, I will use Earth Tremor. And Silencio will look at Xenia and say, retreat.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay. Top of the round, Xenia, what are you doing?
Shit. It looks like they're just completely dragging it away.
Oh, yeah.
The horse. Oh.
The horse is as gone as mine is, okay?
Yeah. I think she was intending to at least try to help before Silencio came up to her, but after he said that, she would just kind of slowly drop her hand extending the wand and at least hold her action unless any of them start to come back.
Okay, you hold your action for if they start to come back.
Are you staying there?
She'll back up a little bit, but she wants to keep a line of sight on where they're going.
Okay, feel free to move.
Yes, but she'll hold Thunderwave.
Okay, it is the wolf's turn. They are going to double dash as they run out of sight off of the screen.
Oh.
Next up, Zeph, what are you doing?
Can I devote my entire action this turn to trying to hold on to my horse to cancel my disadvantage or anything for the next roll?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna kind of pivot a little closer to them as well if I can.
Okay, you brace yourself very slowly, dragging the horse along with you. It is very much resisting. Brun, what are you doing?
I am making waves directly to the horse that Silencio abandoned. And trying to calm it and grab its reins and hold it there.
Okay, give me an animal handling check.
Oh, please don't fuck me, disadvantage. What is that? Oh. God, fucked me. 11. Yeah, 11.
Okay, this horse seems to really be panicking. You don't have the canceled disadvantage, but you do manage to grab onto the reins just quickly enough. For the horse's turn, Zeph and Brun, give me strength checks or animal handling checks, your choice.
I would prefer animal handling 1,000% if that's okay.
Go for it. Go for it.
Cool, because I have a strength modifier of 0.
Yeah, I'm doing animal handling as well.
And it's still not good enough. What the fuck, 9?
18.
Goodbye, other horse. It's not my night.
There seems to be a pattern with horses held by Brun.
I'm
As this horse also, the rope just slips out of your hands as the horse books it as well. Zephyr,
I'm so sleepy.
you are holding on like mad. This horse is really wanting to get away, but it does not.
Can't touch my horse, Brun.
Silencio, what are you doing?
Good fucking question. Okay, well, let me mark that earth tremor as wasted. I am going to see if I can see or hear any more of these wolves.
Give me a perception check.
Alright. So that's a 15.
A 15. Okay, that's just enough. You see a couple of vague shapes. There's one lying very still, probably about 100, 120 feet away. Another seems to be tearing away at it. You can't see the other four, though.
Goodbye, other horse.
And is that the 100 feet? Is it the direction the other ones retreated, or
The direction that the other ones retreated. You're looking in a wide scope. You see, probably about 120 feet away, one of the wolves working on that horse.
okay? Is this a cave that's behind us here?
It's a small outcropping, probably erosion. There's a slight stream coming out from it. Nothing to retreat into, I'm afraid.
Okay. I don't know if they are returning. Retreat to the cliff, Silencio will say, or to the wall, whatever we want to call it. And he will move back. And will I do this again? Yes. This time I'm going to hold Spike Growth, and I will cast it at the first point in range that I see a wolf entering in. It has a 150 range, and it casts in a 20-foot sphere.
Okay, a 20-foot sphere, 150-foot range. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Excellent. As you begin charging that up, top of the round, Xenia, what are you doing?
Do I see any more signs of the wolves returning?
You can give me a perception check.
I can try. Okay, that's not bad. 17?
17. You take a look around. It's hard to say nothing. You do see that one wolf working on the horse, probably about 130 feet away, but not the other four.
Okay, that makes her a little bit nervous, so she's going to listen to Silencio and back up and kind of wait for the others before she goes too far inside.
Okay, feel free to move. Next up, there's silence as you're anticipating the movement of the wolves. Zephyr, what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on the horse.
Okay.
I was gonna do the same thing.
Excellent. All right. You extend out with yourself as you feel just this sense of ease surround the horse. I would say, give me an animal handling check.
Disadvantage.
Give it to me normal.
Ooh, 22.
Excellent.
Wow.
The horse begins to calm down. Its breathing's still quick, but it's no longer angrily tramping at the ground. Any interactions with this horse are done with advantage. So that could either cancel it out, or if you want to spend your action moving forward in the future to consciously prevent this thing from running, you will have advantage. True advantage.
All right.
Anything else you're doing for bonus or movement?
That was my bonus. So, that was my bonus. So my action, I will ready Sacred Flame if any wolf gets within 60 feet of me.
If any wolf gets within 60 feet of you. Excellent. All right. Brun, how about you?
I'm going to back up 15 feet to the other side of the horse. I'm going to cast Bless on myself, Zephyr, and which of you has exhaustion? Xenia doesn't.
Silencio.
So Silencio, the three of us, as tired people. And
Okay.
I am going... Is that an action or a bonus? It is an action.
Bless, I believe, is an action.
Yeah. Okay, so I am going to quietly... Actually, fuck, no. I'm going to stay here in case this thing tries to bolt, and Zephyr and I can move it back together.
Okay, so you're also going to try and work with the horse.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can do so as well with a straight roll.
Can I, if I use my action on Bless?
So the horse was calmed down because of Sanctuary, and that's just something I decided to do for flavor.
Okay.
You would just have a regular roll because any interactions with it have advantage. If you spent your action, you could then have true advantage. But
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So just a straight roll.
And speaking of animal handling checks, straight animal handling checks, Zeph and Brun.
That is... Am I at disadvantage then because I'm exhausted? Does it cancel out?
Nope. They cancel each other out.
Oh, 16.
16. Okay. You guys hold on. This is actually getting a lot easier for y'all. Next up, Silencio.
Oh man, I don't know what the fuck to do. Silencio will say out loud, I can become horse and maybe we can run, and then I will just hold my action to wait for a response.
Okay. Top of the round, Xenia, what are you doing?
Yeah, getting out of here sounds like a pretty good idea, and she's going to move up kind of between the group and wait for affirmations.
All right, sounds good. You all gather around, still waiting to hear or see the wolves. And it takes just the faintest moment before you see emerging from the area 4 wolves come erupting from the tree line.
Oh, the
Sacred
one
Flame
turn I
on the
don't
first
prepare
one.
a spell. God damn.
Of course.
Actually,
Oh.
I'm afraid
I am squeezed.
your prepared actions get lost at the top of initiative.
Really? I thought it was the next turn. Okay.
It's It might be the next turn. Hold up.
I mean, in this case, they're at the top anyways.
Well, because I was banking on the, let's see, ready the action reaction before the start of your next turn. Okay, yeah, no, you guys have it. Yep, Sacred Flame.
Yeah. All right. Sacred Flame. Okay, so the first one that I saw has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Excellent, dex saving throw. That is a 14.
Succeeds.
Okay, you just kind of brushes it off, dodging to the side the last second as this flame shoots from the sky. Let's see, I'm going to say only 3 can get to their destination. 1 is going to go against the horse.
Has to make a wisdom save.
That is correct. He has to make a wisdom save. Okay, that is an 11.
11.
Correct.
Fails.
All right. Now, is the attack lost, or does he have to redirect it somewhere else?
The creature must choose a new target or lose the attacker spell. So
Okay.
it can choose a new
Good.
target.
Awesome. So he's going to go for you, Zeph. That is a 14 plus 6, so dirty 20.
Okay, hits.
All right. You're going to take a total of 9 piercing damage as its jaws just clamp down on you. The other 2 are going to go for Brun. Both have advantage because of pack tactics.
Great.
That is a 15 to hit.
Misses.
Okay.
Ah!
And a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, you are going to take a total of 16 points of piercing damage as this first wolf clamps down right on your arm. That is their
13
turn.
or 16?
16. Zeph, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast Carry On the horse.
Excellent.
What
So
the fuck is that?
the horse gains. Let me roll this one. The horse gains. It's not that great. 7 temporary hit points.
Awesome. Okay.
And the 3 wolves that are within 5 feet of it have to make dexterity saving throws.
Excellent. Okay. Let's see how that goes. One is a nat 20, the other is a dirty 20, and the final is a 10.
Okay. The one that failed takes 7 points of radiant damage.
Okay, do you want to choose which one failed, or I'll just make a choice?
The one closest to Brun, so the one up here.
Uh-oh. Awesome. As you extend out, the horse begins glowing, and small tendrils of bright, radiant light go smacking away at the wolf. Next up, we have Brun. What are you doing?
Can I move up here real quick?
Sure you can, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm reading this spell. If I cast Spiritual Weapon, I know I've done this with Brandon as much today. It makes an attack, and that's not my action, right?
It is not your action, it's your bonus.
Okay. So I'm going to bonus action Spiritual Weapon, like here.
Excellent. The book
Place it.
appears.
So it'll attack the middle guy here. So that
Awesome.
will be... What will I roll? Something. That's a 16.
16's gonna hit. Roll damage.
Whoa! Wow! It's the one useful thing I've done this entire game. 7 damage.
Yeah, excellent. Okay. He just smacks it across the face.
And
What about
I'm
you?
going to rear back my fist and just punch the wolf in front of me, casting Inflict Wound.
Okay, make your attack
I'm just gonna
roll.
bob him on the nose. Bad doggy!
Excellent. Make your attack roll.
If that works. Still fucking Kayla, Jesus. Nope, that's a 2. Well, plus shit, but like it's an 8.
Okay, I'm afraid that won't hit. As you try and bop it on the nose, it snaps at you at the last second. You recoil, hesitating.
That's
Silencio,
my turn, yeah.
how about you?
Okay, Silencio.
Oh,
is
I'm sorry.
here.
I'm so sorry. The horse is gonna fucking book it. Animal
Bye,
handling
horse.
checks, you guys.
Oh no! Why you do me dirty like this?
10.
Oh! 18!
Ooh. Okay, yeah. You try as hard as you can. You instinctually reach back and grab onto the reins. You feel your muscles tense as the horse tries to pull away and cannot. Silencio, your turn.
Okay, let me see. Trying to decide between a couple different things. Okay, so Silencio is going to move over here, and then let me just... Nah, I will move here instead. I will bonus action Shillelagh, and I will just make a standard attack with my bow staff.
Excellent. Go for it.
Jesus Christ.
Join the club.
Oh, I have Bless, though.
Oh shit. I have Bless. I'm an idiot.
Yep.
I also have Bless.
God, this is so hard. It's
So
hard,
with
guys.
Bless, that's a 14.
I'm afraid 14 misses as the shillelagh just collides into the hide. You actually notice small greenish crystalline growths on the back of on the nape of its neck. Top of the round. Xenia, what are you doing?
Okay. Seeing Zeph and Brun really struggle with this horse and not being able to really fight, she is going to turn her wand away from the wolves, instead point it at the horse and push it up and cast Levitate on the horse.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say it's going to try and resist here. Is that a Dex or Constitution saving? It does not
It's
matter.
a Constitution save.
That's a 5. That doesn't do anything. You see
That
the
horse is 20 feet in the air.
We have a horse balloon.
as the horse begins rising into the air, Brun, you feel the weightlessness as this horse just continually raises up.
I let go.
Horse.
These wolves, it's going to be their turn. This wolf
They have
over
a floating
here.
horse with sanctuary, temporary hit points. Like this
This is the most buffed horse that's ever existed.
This is the final boss.
This wolf here is going to use 10 feet of movement. We're going to have 2 wolves try and attack Brun and 2 wolves try and attack Zephyr. They're all going to get advantage.
Resolute shield to impose disadvantage on
On
of those.
one of them? Okay.
Yes.
Just a moment. Okay. So, the first wolf trying to bite Brun, that's going to be 17 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, that's going to hit. You are going to take 8 points of piercing damage. Second wolf... Oh, they're also going to get sneak attack. You're going to get...
Well, fuck you too.
Can you give me just a sneak attack by itself?
You're going to take 10 points of 10 additional points, so 18 total points of piercing damage.
Oh my god.
The second wolf is going to bite you with regular straight roll because of the resolute shield, so that's going to miss. And then they're going to use their movement, first bonus action to disengage, and then movement to bugger off in this direction.
How's Brun looking right now?
Brun is looking pretty fucking rough.
Okay.
Oh, the
Pretty fucking rough.
the first wolf that attacked Nic, if you could roll a Constitution save for them for my
Absolutely.
Halo of Spores.
It's a 19, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's a pass. No damage.
Okay.
Wait,
the next...
wait. Sorry. Does Warcaster let me cast a spell as a reaction as they fuck off out of my range?
They disengaged.
They disengage.
Fuck. I pay
Yeah,
attention sometimes.
No. That would have been good. These guys I made to be pretty nasty.
Goddamn rogue wolves. What is this bullshit?
Hey, they know rogue mechanics better than you ever did.
Oh.
Leave me my flowchart alone.
Warfare. Next, so these next 2 wolves are going to attack with their advantage to you, Zeph. That's a 25 and a 24 to hit, respectively.
I'm glad you took that.
Yeah, those hit.
You're going to take 18 and then the sneak attack from both, plus 7.
Wait, 18 or 16?
No, 16, plus 7, plus 7. So 16 plus 14. You're going to take a total of 30 points of damage.
How's Zeph looking?
Zephyr had 30 health, so I'm down.
Oh,
my
for
God.
fuck's sake.
Oh, good. Now you have 2 knockouts.
Yeah,
Also.
I'll add that to the chart. Hold on, I got it.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god.
Oh, look how that chart changed.
Death save.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I wasn't pressing push to talk. Zeph, make a death saving throw.
Let me grab my dark die. Hold on. 7.
Okay, first fail. Brun, what are you doing?
Brun is reaching over to Zephyr and casting Cure Wounds at 2nd level, which is an automatic... Oh my god, what is an automatic? What is it?
Doesn't it
This
match
sucks.
your healing?
It does, but I need to find out what that fucking is at 2nd level.
So is it 16 plus whatever your spell?
It'll be 16. Yeah, it's 20 health.
Okay.
Bam. God, all my spells are gone. They're gone. That's my action. And then I try to hold my insides on the insides.
Okay. Silencio, your turn. Actually, no, the horse can't run. He's hooked. Horse is floating away.
Air, bitch!
It is trying as hard as possible, but it's in the air.
He's like a Macy's Day
It's gonna go
balloon
into
up there.
shock. Yeah, this poor horse.
Silencio, what are you doing?
So...
Oh shit, I have to roll for bless.
Horses are the other... these wolves, are the other wolves near them as well?
So you can see 4 wolves right now. They've split off in 2 different directions. So they are on the map as they appear.
No, I'm not going to do this though. Okay.
What was my max damage that I took? I rolled a 13 for bless to stay up.
The highest you took was
18?
18, yeah. So you're fine, because it's either 10
Okay.
or half of what you took, so you're fine.
Oh yeah. Update your max damage taken.
I am doing that right now.
Increased for you. Zephyr. Zeph, are you looking mostly okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And
I'm
Brun,
gonna be
how are you
on the
looking?
ground.
I am holding my insides on my insides.
Okay. Silencio is going to place a hand on you. And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Wow.
Wow! At 15th level, right?
At 2nd level.
Oh, I do care.
So that's a 5 and a 4 plus what is my spellcasting modifier? Another 4.
13?
But yeah, 13.
Okay. Wow. I'm in double digits now. That's cool.
And then he will just stand watching the wolves in front of you. I will try to track them into the forest if I can, but that will be my turn.
Okay. Xenia, what are you doing?
She is going to move over here in front of Zeph. And not even looking at the horse, she's going to move it 20 feet this way, so in case she loses concentration, doesn't fall on us.
Okay.
Attack of opportunity on the horse. Go.
Okay.
Can she, that's a free action, I believe, based off the spell. Just says on your turn, but, can she see any of the wolves leaving, retreating?
You can actually see them still right now. They have not yet hidden.
Okay. Cool. Then I'm going to cast Mind Spike on this little bitch here.
Oh, fuck. Okay. An intelligence saving throw.
Yes.
No, that is an 8.
Okay, then he is going to take... Where is it? 3d8. Let's see.
Fuck.
That is a 2. That is a 6. And that is a 3. So, 11 points of psychic damage.
11 points of damage. As you see it running away, you hear it as it collapses into the ground and just slides into the snow.
Good heckin' riddance.
Is that your turn?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, it is the wolf's turn. This one down here at the bottom is going to use its movement to run into the forest.
Good, fuck you.
As the 5th one that was previously at the horse moves in toward you all. It's going to make an attack against Xenia.
Resolute shield.
Resolute with disadvantage. Okay, that is a 14.
I believe with mage armor, my AC
13
is a
plus
15.
Dex. A 15, it misses.
Yeah, so 15.
Okay.
Sweet.
It is going to use its bonus action to disengage and use what remains of its movement to get 5 feet away. These other 2 are going to hook a turnaround, seeing their wolf buddy in danger. They're going to make a beeline to Silencio. That's going to be 2 attacks with advantage. That is a 26 and another 26. I'm sorry, 25 both.
Oh, okay.
In that case.
All right.
Silencio, you're going to take a total of 14 damage between... plus the sneak attacks. Sorry, guys. Okay, 22 damage.
Oh, is that all? All right.
It could have been a lot worse.
I believe you.
All right, Zeph, what are you doing? You are conscious again.
Yeah, half my movement to stand back up. How's Silencio looking?
He's looking rough. There are pieces of the fluid starting to leak from him. Not as bad as you were looking.
Yeah.
Which was with your eyes closed.
Yeah, true, yeah. Okay, I have to choose. I don't like choices.
These wolves were sent here to do what the owlbear couldn't, guys.
I know.
Get Nic out of playing this game with us.
Alright. Alright, I am going to use my channel divinity, Radiant Armor, on, I guess, Silencio. Silencio, you gain 10 temporary hit points for the next minute.
Dope.
And just keep in mind that number 10. And
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna need to remember that.
What's today's letter?
F.
F in chat.
Yeah. And then I will limp my way around right here.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it.
I'm not gonna hurt you, asshole. Take care of yourself.
Must protect. Must protect.
It's my prime directive. Okay, that's it.
Okay, Brun, how about you?
I'm gonna bring the book down on this one side at the same time as I try to smack this face with wounds again.
Excellent. Make your
A
attack.
little coordinated 1-2 punch. So this one's for the spiritual weapon. That is a 19.
Yes, that'll hit. Roll damage.
Right. So that is 13 damage. Nope,
Okay.
that's wrong. 11, sorry.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
And
I
then how
count.
about that inflict wounds?
Please work. Just please. I just want it just one time. Just one fucking time. Maybe.
I'm sorry,
That's
it's
a
14,
17?
Steve, not 10.
A 17, that'll hit.
That's so many dice. 3d10.
Nice.
Never even rolled a d10 before. 10.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
6.
This wolf is
9.
Okay.
Oh my god.
As you hear the sickening crunch of a book slamming down on the nape of this wolf's neck over to the left of Silencio, you see these green crystals shatter and almost erupt from the creature. Right as Brun grabs this first dog, the one she originally tried to inflict wounds on, by the snout, and you see it just almost instantly desiccate.
Yeah.
Those two are dead.
Ah!
2 for 1.
And I'm going to sit beside Senya. And did I move my spiritual weapon?
You moved it 5 feet.
Can I still move it, or is that like it goes, it hits, it stays? It's got 20 feet for bonus action.
Goodness. You know, you can break up a move in an attack. It may not be read as written, but I'll allow you to move it.
So
move
then
it
if
15 more feet.
Yeah, then I'll just put it in front of me.
Alrighty. Next up, the horse is still just trying to... It's like Donkey as he's floating away in the first Shrek. It's trying its hardest and not working. Silencio, your turn.
Alright, so I should have enough movement to get around it.
This
And
poor
so,
wolf.
I
Fuck
will...
that.
How the turntables.
Let's see. Shillelagh was a minute, so that's still up, so I will attack it with
Do it.
advantage. Where the hell did my d20s go? What? Oh, here they are.
Cats ate them.
I put them next to my mouse for some reason?
Because you're getting old.
Yeah. Nice. So that is 23 to hit.
Yes, roll damage.
Okay. God damn it. So that is a 5 bludgeoning damage. I rolled minimum damage.
Okay, well, you see once again the shillelagh just cracking across this wolf. It's definitely looking in bad shape, but is still enduring. Next, we have Xenia. What are you doing?
Xenia is going to peek out from around Zeph, flick her wand again towards this wolf, and cast Mind Sliver.
All right.
So,
guess
I
what?
don't mean to be the kid who's like, hey, teacher, you forgot about the homework, but I think the wolves are off the initiative order.
Yes, they are off the initiative order because I put it dependent on one of the wolves, the one that died.
There is 17.
It was a 17, yeah. So they're hypothetically up right after Xenia, but let's see how this intelligence roll goes.
Do it, girl.
That
Bleeds out through your brain.
is -4. Okay, yeah, that is a 7.
Okay, so he's going to take a d6. Let's see. That's a 2. 2 psychic damage.
Okay, you definitely see it shudder for a moment. This one seems to be enduring.
Okay.
This is going to be its turn. It is going.
So I'm going to use my reaction, and it's going to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, sure.
And
That-
it must subtract a d4 from it because of failing Mind Sliver.
That's right. Yes.
That sounds so cool.
Okay.
It is.
So that was originally a 12. And minus
So that would have
4.
been a fail
That's-
anyway.
That's an 8. Yeah. How much damage?
Okay, it does. Ooh, nice. 4 necrotic damage.
Excellent. How do you want to do this?
Yes. So as it like shudders from the Mind Sliver, Silencio just kind of I guess Silencio doesn't move at all, but the wolf just suddenly starts becoming overcome with these like necrotic, decaying spores that eat at its body until it cannot move anymore.
Excellent. It just kind of becomes this almost statuesque piece of fungus or rotten, decayed material as it eventually just recedes into the snowy ground. Next on our initiative is the last wolf. It is going to use its action to dash as you see it go running off in the distance.
All your friends are dead.
And that is going to be the end of combat. You guys did it!
We almost didn't. We almost did not do
Almost did not do it, yes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was fine the whole time.
it. Both clerics almost went down. One did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the druid's okay, I guess.
Unrelated note, are we counting these wolves as like, or how do you want to do this column? Are we doing kills, or how do you want to do this? Kind of
How do you
thing?
How
wanna
do you
do
want to do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, fight-ending kills.
Sweet. Silencio's racking them up.
I am. So the first thing Silencio will do is step up to Zephyr. And he will look at him and say, If you can sustain people on the battlefield, choose Brun or Senya instead of me. But thank you.
There was a little more to it than just the healing part, but thankfully we didn't have to see it.
And so when he says that to you, Silencio will use his ability that, like, the moss grows on his body and, like, stiffens him and provides sustenance as well. And he points to his weapon, which begins, like, glowing with energy. I can do something similar, and it also hurts our foes.
Okay, good to know.
And then he will look if he can find any of those crystals that were on the wolf.
Okay, investigation checks all around.
Brun's actually going to start limping over to the presumably dead horse just to make sure it is dead.
Okay.
Wherever it, over here, let's say.
You take a look over.
Because that was hers.
Okay. Okay.
Zephyr
Well,
will
you
go tend to the levitating horse.
excellent,
Completely forgotten behind her.
excellent, excellent.
I
Yeah,
love
you
that
guys
horse.
begin tending to your horses. That horse, what a trooper! It is most definitely scarred mentally, but very much alive to your efforts. Brun and Zinnia, you both wander over probably 40 feet away toward the dead horse. It is most definitely gone.
Okay.
All my pets die.
Oof.
Can you can you bring it back to life? Are you that kind of healer?
No.
No?
Not even a little bit. I mean, Brun's gonna like put her hands on the very gross horse and try spare the dying.
Okay. You try spare the dying, and no, nothing. There's not any tiny spark of life left to hold on to just to bring it back.
I mean, I'm sorry, Honeybee. He's Do you want to say a few words?
I don't even know what to say. He was a good horse, though, to learn how to do it all for the first time, though.
Fair enough. Bren will take like his saddle and all of that stuff, and I guess leave him.
Okay. Okay. You guys leave the horse behind, wandering back towards the crew. Eventually, the levitation spell does bring the horse safely back down.
Oh shit! I assume it takes less than 10 minutes for them to come back.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, she would lower him very slowly and make sure they can actually get a good grip on him before she
Horse
brings him all
dies
the way
from
down.
fall damage.
After all that,
Or just to
only
make sure
Zephyr
he's not
does
going
that.
to run off immediately and they don't have a good hold on him.
Sure, sure. Funny enough, this being the biggest horse of the bunch, the Clydesdale in Silencio's possession. No, this is Zephyr's horse.
Mhm.
This is Zephyr's horse, that's right.
Yeah.
Pick
Okay.
up the frickin' slack, guys. Come on.
As the horse gets brought down to there,
Fitting
finally
that my horse would end up being levitated.
you have just this eternally levitating horse now.
Hell yeah, dude. Flying carpet, who needs it?
It looks to be just fine. You guys have gathered everything together. It is no longer panicking.
Just has a lot of survivor's guilt.
Oh, definitely.
Is there any chance we can track down the two that ran off? I mean, it's snowing.
maybe. I mean, they might stop eventually. They might not. They might get caught.
Well, then they just help us. We also will be in pretty big trouble if we don't bring them back.
Yeah, we're already down one. So Bren will limp her way over to the edge of the trees and see if she can see them having stopped, or if it's just trail all the way across.
I had a 14 on my investigate, by the way.
Excellent. We'll get to that in a moment. Survival check, Brun. Going to Silencio with the crystals. You've been looking around, peering through the snow. They're pretty fine. They're difficult to see, especially dead. Once the wolves seem to die, the crystals seem to lose a lot of the luster, but there is no mistaking the telltale green associated with each individual one. Slight slivers, almost like a fluorescent green shale, very similar to what you found in the Owlbear.
Okay. Silencio will grab the largest shard that he does find, and then after bringing that to Xenia, we'll see if he can help track the horses.
I rolled a 15.
A 15? Excellent. Silencio, for posterity, how about you roll a survival check as well?
That is an 11.
Seeing him do that, Xenia is going to point over towards a little bit of snow where she thinks she can see and says, "What about over there?" And she's going to replace his score with an 18 with Portent.
Excellent. Okay, so what's your bonus with the 18 roll?
So an 18 would turn that into 24.
Okay. It takes you guys a much shorter time than it would have originally between the both of your rolls together. Probably only 30 minutes is all it takes to find not one, but both of them. Scared, but very much alive, and seemingly healthy.
Well, that's good.
We were
Only
close to the end of the day, right? What time is
No, it is about 11:30.
We just started the day. Holy shit. All right.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. Well, only down one.
Xenia kicks her feet in the snow.
It's not your fault.
These creatures that attack us, they have similar to Owlbear.
Oh, and you showed her the crystals, right?
I gave it to her, yeah.
Oh. You think you saw these on the walls?
Yes.
That's not a good sign. I was hoping it was just a freak incident with the Owlbear, but...
Perhaps is more reason for Lord Athmid to deal with Rosie.
My thoughts exactly.
Before we go out and do anything else, can we just rest for like an hour?
I think that would be a good idea.
So you guys gather your belongings, catch your breath, take a short rest.
Xenia will use Arcane Recovery and get one of her second level slots back.
Excellent.
Use 2 hit dice.
I will
Awesome.
use 2 hit dice as well.
Same.
Great. This is the first genuinely earned short rest I think any group I've DM'd for has ever taken. Most groups are just like, no, we'll gut it out until a long rest.
Shouldn't my hit die be an 8?
Your hit die should be a
As
D8.
cleric, it should be 1d8. Yeah.
My sheet says D4. Alright, that's weird.
Another reason to use that D&D Beyond, guys.
I didn't see where hit dice are on there.
I think you just
Just a
click
short
short
rest
rest
then.
and it'll do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Does it give me what I rolled?
No, you
Maybe
gotta.
show you
Oh,
how
it just
many?
tells me how many to do it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything you guys do in particular in that hour?
Man, I sure wish somebody would read some cards to me right now. That would be really cool.
Okay, sure. Zeph, are you alone right now? Alright, what are you doing?
Oh, you're gonna do all these alone? I don't even get to see it? It's a
We did
personal
you alone.
request.
I'm chilling up against the wall over here near where the horse was levitating.
Okay, she'll walk on over. Sit down. You, are you doing okay?
I'm definitely better than I was, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
probably.
doing okay?
Yeah, well, other than the emotional trauma of losing a little pet, sure, I'm fine. I didn't even
They
get
aren't
hit.
really pets, but, yeah, okay.
He was nice. Like I said to Brun, he was a good first horse. But how are you doing, after talking with Rosie and after leaving with next to nothing?
I think that, it's probably for the best that we didn't.
I agree, but,
Yeah.
forgive me if I'm making an assumption, because I do tend to do those quite a lot, but it has occurred to me that after the conversations we all had in that forest and in the cave, No one would have walked into the darkness with that woman had they not been either stupid or desperate. And you don't particularly strike me as stupid.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say I was desperate either. Look, I can tell you what the deal was that I made, but you have to promise me something if I do.
Sure.
You can't tell Brun.
Does it involve her?
It does.
Sure.
And
can
don't tell
promise this.
Silencio either, because he doesn't seem like he really understands secrets.
Yes, I think I have yet to teach him that one.
Okay. So, in addition to asking just for something that could help me protect, those I love a little more, obviously that's the main reason I walked, considering the price of failure would actually hurt the people that I loved even more. So the plan was, whatever the price would end up being, the only way I was able to negotiate it would be that Brun pays nothing, and instead I pay 3 times the price.
How long have you two been traveling together again?
Not too long.
And yet you were willing to do something like that for her.
Yeah, I mean, it's my job to protect her. I've protected people all my life, and she doesn't give herself enough credit, and I don't often show her enough that, I do appreciate her and want her to be okay and everything, but it's the kind of stuff that it's better to just do this sort of thing behind the scenes and not let her know, because she would, freak out.
Yeah,
But
and
I've done enough fucked up shit, so...
You do sarcastic but very guarded and emotionally unavailable bodyguard quite well.
Thanks, I guess?
Yeah, that's a compliment. It's a good look for you.
Yeah, so as soon as that ended up being the price, yeah. I mean, I couldn't handle losing one of my close family. I was not about to lose 3.
Yeah, I can understand that. I was already upset with the idea of 1. I can't imagine making a deal on a much larger scale.
Yeah, I didn't expect that the price to offer ratio would be that skewed in her favor. Or against us, rather, I guess.
Right. Would have been more if you just let her take her own price. But I guess she didn't want very much to do with the deal in the first place.
Yeah. And which is another reason that would make it a lot easier to make sure that she wouldn't have to pay anything for it.
Gotcha. So, you're looking for someone? People you love?
I'm not looking for anybody in particular. I mean, it would be nice to find other, Air Genasi out there, but, I generally know where the people are that I love, and I don't need information about where they are or anything like that.
But you'd like to know more about where you came from? Or who you came from?
I suppose so, yeah.
Part of what I do for a living at the moment, when I'm not helping you lot kill zombie owlbears or wolves, is help people find the answers to their troubles. Maybe not on the degree that Rosie can, which is why I saw her as well, but in my own way, I try to help guide people, or prepare them, I suppose.
Okay.
If you'd like, I promise to help Silencio, but I can try to help guide you as well. I promise I don't ask for anything in return.
What do you mean by guide me?
Well, it's up to you. If you have troubles you need guidance on in, say, the next, 30 minutes, I can ask my bones, but if you have a longer road ahead of you, which I assume might be the case, I can ask my cards. Or if this is a tomorrow thing, I can make us some more tea.
Show me this card thing. I'm always interested in a good deck of cards.
Okay. Alright. How close is everybody else right now? Are we pretty isolated?
Brun is definitely avoiding you guys.
Okay. This is probably fine here, but let me go grab my things. And Zen will go over to wherever she dropped her bag and go pull out the little silk cloth and her lead case with her diadem. And when she returns, she'll probably lead them a little bit further away.
Are they going to fuck?
What? Okay, I don't know. Silencio, maybe.
I taught you well, Silencio.
If they are, let's give them a bit of privacy.
As they walk a little bit further away, Zen is going to ask, have you ever had your fortune read?
I don't believe so. My last traveling companion was less into that sort of theatric, I guess, and so, no.
What theatrics were they into?
Dancing kind of stuff.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, she's good at it.
Do you miss her? Or is Brun a good traveling companion as well?
Yeah, I definitely miss her. I spent a lot of time with her.
Why did you two split up?
Well, she travels in a trade caravan across, desert and whatnot, and I'm not really a fan of that, of the desert. Plus, going back and forth from two specific areas over and over gets a little tiresome. I don't think that's my kind of life.
Gotcha. Well, for your first reading, then, we will be kind and simple. And once they found a spot, Sunny would gesture for him to sit down and go through the same motions that she did with Brun, sitting down, laying out the silk, putting on her diadem, pulling out the cards, and, like before, closing her eyes and taking her pendant off of her head, putting it in her lap. And she'd shuffle, and then extends the deck outwards towards him. Please split.
Okay. Let's split the deck.
She'll take it back. So, do you want you to tell me what is on your mind, or what you want me to look for, or would you prefer to keep your secrets, reading vague?
Why don't we keep it vague?
That's okay. I can tell you all sorts of things what your cards might mean, and with your secret in your head, you won't know what's right. And she'll splay the 72 cards out over the silk, withdraw her hand and say, draw 3.
Is that a me question?
Yeah.
I don't know what the options are.
Well, just, does he go for the middle? Does he pick
like
3 next to each
where?
other? Yeah.
He'll take one from the middle, one from near the bottom, and one from the top. Like the very top.
Do any of them speak to you? You help them?
The one from the middle.
She'll place them down in a new row, face down. Are you ready?
Sure.
I'm not making you uncomfortable, am I?
I mean, kind of everybody in this group makes me a little uncomfortable, but that's kind of,
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah, I can see that. I've been told that before. And then she'll turn the first over to reveal the 3 of Swords. 3 swords, like it says, wrapped tightly in a bright red string. And she'd keep her fingers over top the card, eyes closed, feeling it, before eventually, after a long pause, she'd say, Tell me about your parents, Zeph. Did you know them?
My birth parents?
Yes.
No.
Do you wish you had?
I don't think I wished I had them as parents. It would be nice to get that off my chest of, knowing who they were.
Without opening her eyes, just kind of listening to the sound of his voice, how uncomfortable does Zeph seem right now?
Definitely not as uncomfortable as Brun was when you were doing this.
Okay.
Kind of like he's dealt with a lot of weird people already, but, there's a little bit of, the discomfort is probably more in just, being asked questions he hasn't really been asked before.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to, the situation.
Right,
so,
okay.
A little uncomfortable. But it's introspective discomfort, I guess you could say.
Gotcha, okay. I did not know my pater, and looking back, I'm not really sure how well I knew my mother either, but once she was no longer part of my life, I thought of him quite often. I had thoughts he would, I don't know, I was a child. He would sweep back into my life, tell me how much he missed me seeing me grow, and lead me through a difficult time in my life, but I don't think of him very much at all now. But this card, 3 of Swords, I still see quite a lot when I do readings for myself. Absence, which this card can represent, is part of my identity, to make me who I am. And I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing or not yet, but what do you think absence did to you as a child?
I can't say I really... No, it wasn't really the absence that caused any issues for me, necessarily. It was the, I guess, alienation more.
Who raised you? Were they kind guardians?
Yeah, they were they're a very nice elven couple, and a beautiful, perfect elven daughter.
But they could not protect you.
Well, not from the alienation from, people who don't, I guess, see as kindly to people being different than them.
Do you think of your birth parents often now? Do you search for them?
As I travel and meet more types of people, I will say that I do try to keep a little more of an eye out for anybody who looks a little more like me. But I think I'm more looking for just, Air Genasi in general. And then, after that, maybe I'll focus on finding the 2 that gave me actual life.
The 3 of Swords can mean a lot of different things. Absence, like I said, or grief, trauma, betrayal. I used to think they were all bad things, and not to say they aren't in your present, but in your past they are undoubtedly part of you and shaped you. So I don't think that is bad, because of who you are now. That's a wonderful thing, even if you don't necessarily like every inch of you, if you don't understand it. You are a unique force of nature. And our traumas can either break us easily or make us incredibly hard to break. Let's look at your present. And she'll flip over the middle one. 6 of Swords. And she'll pause again for a long moment, expressionless. Do you run from something, Zephyr? Is that why you travel, or are you running towards something?
He kind of crosses his arms a little bit. I don't.
She doesn't see it?
Yeah, I don't run.
So, towards something? walk at a brisk pace, maybe?
I mean, I'm not, going anywhere in particular. I don't know. Maybe figuratively, I'm just going from place to place, protecting those I care about. I don't know. You're the expert.
Well, I do not know you, or where you've been. But if it is comforting, the Six of Swords, especially in the present position, represents a state of transition. Most usually from hardship into the unknown, but it also tells me that you are carrying something quite heavy. Which makes sense, next to a 3. I would like to say that usually the unknown brings you fortune. But the truth is, it can go either way. It's a precipice. The edge of a cloud and a wall of rain. Like this card. Whatever you might be seeking, or walking briskly away from, right now it's going to be a time of hard transitions, hard decisions, compromises. It can lead to fortune, for sure, but you must be willing to evolve.
Okay.
Evolve meaning shed what you no longer need, and hold fast to what you do, otherwise this will always be your present. Standing in the rain, and if you insist on holding fast, like a stone, the rain will eventually wear you down to nothing. What is most important to you right now? Your safety? Protecting Brunwyn?
All of your safety, I guess.
At this present moment, the safety of those I care about.
You've included us under that umbrella already?
If we're going more specific, then Brun would be the top of my priorities here, no offense. The top of my priorities, emphasis on here.
Of course.
There are those above that I would, protect over her.
So she wasn't what was always most important to you?
No. I've only known her for a few months.
Do you mind if I ask you what was?
I mean, it's varied throughout my life. As a kid, it was, my sister. And then, as my life went on, I guess it was, a friend of mine who was in that caravan that I was traveling with. And now it's Brun.
You collect people, if I might put it that way, at least for a short time. And you put all your effort into them.
I suppose you could say that.
Let's look to your future. Maybe it will speak of what becomes most important to you next. And she'll flip it to reveal the Son of Swords. And this card features an owl, grasping a sword in his talons, as he dives straight downward. You said to me at one point that you prefer to call yourself a bodyguard more than a healer. Is that purely because of your current task with Brunwyn, or?
No, I think in general, that's what I do. I will physically guard someone with my body before I will, bestow healing magic onto them.
Your sister, your old friend.
Yeah.
Well, that makes complete sense why the Son would show himself to you then. He, like you, is a protector. Determined, bold, perhaps a little bit stubborn, always with an opinion. Sometimes unknowing of when his critiques turn from help to hurting. But above all else, he knows how to lock onto a target and pour all his efforts into the task he has chosen. I worry a little bit that this guard shows himself so close to another that encourages you to let go. What is your dream, Zeph? For the future, what do you want to have? Do you want to be wealthy, in love, content?
He takes a moment to think. I mean, I don't really think I've ever thought about what my overall goal in life is. It's just kind of been helping others live long enough to pursue theirs.
Why do you not want to think about what means to you?
It's just never really seemed worth it to me.
Why not? If no one else, you will always have yourself.
I guess I just see myself more as a shield, I suppose. An object that people can love, and I can, love them, and I don't look down on myself for that. I think that a shield is a very useful tool, and I help those who need me achieve their goals, and then once they don't need me anymore, I will move on and help someone else achieve theirs.
Say I was Rosie, and I told you that you could have anything you want, for no cost. What would you ask for?
He kind of sighs and sort of like half rolls his eyes, not in like a way of like you're being annoying, but like in a way of like he's just kind of a broken record now. The guaranteed protection of everyone I love.
Nothing else.
I mean, honestly, I know it sounds a little weird, but I just really don't see much of a future for myself. Not that I see that I'm gonna, die or something, but I just, like I said, I see myself more as a tool to help others. I want to see the people I love prosper, and I'll be there with them throughout all of it. I'll partake in whatever they want me to partake in and join them and make them happy. But I don't see anything in my future that I specifically want for myself.
Zenny will let that one go. And after a moment, all I can say to you about this guard is be cautious. An owl can turn its head almost any way it chooses, and yet the sun, it only looks forward. You can miss quite a lot of dangers that way, and you consider yourself a protector,
Yeah.
Good. Live up to the title. And in a fluid movement, Zenny will swipe up the cards back into her deck and into one pile.
Okay.
Oh, and one more question. Are you still reading, or can I have Hot Summer Night back? I only got to chapter 4.
I really haven't spent much more time reading it. If you want to finish it, go ahead. I'll read another one.
I am a speed reader. I promise I'll be very, very quick.
Okay, here you go.
Okay.
I'll give you the book. You used, just so you're aware, you used 3 elemental-based idioms in that conversation. None of them were air. You used water, earth, and fire.
Hey, you had to get all 4 of them.
I needed
We'll get to air next time.
Damn it. No, thank you, though. It was fun. It was good.
I'm glad.
All right. You gather up all of your belongings, all of the cards. As you do so, your short rest completes. How are you guys feeling on time?
I'm fine.
I'm good,
I am good as well.
but don't feel
Okay.
pressured, Nick.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't feel pressure. If last week was not an indication that I will hit the stop button when I feel I need to, we
Good
are
point.
totally good here. We are totally good here.
Good
I
point.
just wanted to be certain.
I don't have like too much time, but I still have plenty of time. So just
I would say this is probably gonna wrap it up within 30 minutes, but but yeah, Xenia and Zephyr, take a point of inspiration, please.
Sweet. I got more all you bitches.
I know. It's really difficult because I don't want to set the precedent that,
Every time she has a card reading.
yeah, 20 heavy minutes of RP equals an inspiration point. But also, those have just been really good, guys.
Good. I'm glad they're not boring.
So, keep the change, you filthy animals. And you guys have gathered your belongings up. You've gotten your full rest. What are we doing?
By the way, Zephyr is Xenia's favorite because she listened to me about not telling Brun, but didn't listen to Brun about only reading the cards when Brun was here.
But she also let me touch the cards, and you didn't get to do that,
I
so...
didn't ask.
The card readings are always private.
Yes, you're all the favorite.
I love you all equally.
We are all her favorite children.
Except for the inspirationless robot.
Oh, your time's coming. Your time.
Yeah.
You almost.
No.
One day I will share where you almost got one. It was.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Yeah. It was very close. I was right on the edge.
Damn. It was forever the time I wasn't good enough.
No.
Yes.
Oh God.
You're mediocre.
I'm the mean one here, Nick. Don't feel bad. I'm
he
being
don't. He has no
Yeah.
emotions. Don't feel bad.
I'm gonna compete for that title at some point. If I keep throwing encounters like that wolf at you, I'll. Ooh.
No, bring it on.
So
Here.
Don't say that.
you guys have gathered you've gathered all your shit. Where are you going? What are you doing?
I guess we're gonna keep on keeping on.
Does anyone want to share a horse? Or should I walk?
Brun will take Xenia.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
She's
read
probably
your
gonna stay
book right
equipped.
behind you.
Okay.
Not
Just, like,
uncomfortable
thumping her in the
at
back of the head.
all. All right,
Okay.
so as you guys continue reading your books, traveling, the day goes on and on. It is definitely above freezing, the snow melt beginning to fade. How long are y'all traveling?
How far are we from Oakheart?
You guys are still probably a good 2.5, 3 days away of solid travel time. You've gotten through probably the ugliest part of the forest as far as terrain goes. And you could probably get to the road if perhaps not the logging camp you encountered the day before, or a few hours before you found the bandit camp 2 days ago. You could probably get there at or around dusk.
That sounds like a pretty good goalpost. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Let's
agree.
get as far as we can.
Okay. You guys begin making your way through the forest. The 3 horses, struggling, but it's consistently getting better. The more and more you travel, the less snow melt there is. It's actually quite a beautiful day. It's around 45 degrees. Cold, but not as biting as it was the night before. The exhaustion just kind of nagging at 3 of your bodies, but the longer and longer you travel, the more reassuring it is that you guys are so close to the most satisfying rest you've had in a while. It's about 5:30 in the evening as you see the sun setting to the west. The terrain's getting very familiar, very welcome, a welcome sight. You see ahead in the distance, as it turns night, a rather warm and healthy-looking campfire. Various trees tagged with orange silk or orange linen. A couple of stumps as you go wandering by, and sure enough, you have safely made it to the logging encampment.
Are they like out and about?
It's dusk, so everybody's kind of winding down. You see a good 7 or 8 people sharpening axes, prepping things for the next day, strapping together a couple of logs. Looks like one particular cart, one particular group of people made the delivery and have made their way back. Everybody's setting up tents, just kind of winding down. There looks to even be a pot on the fire held aloft by a rack.
Do we see the guy who gave us the information on the bandits, or is...
You look around. It's been 2-3 days. It doesn't look like the same shift of people.
Okay, then Brun's gonna make her way forward and try to find whoever's in charge, in order for them to stay within the confines of the camp and maybe get food.
Okay, and maybe get food. Absolutely. You begin approaching, and there's an air of ease around the entire camp. Various people kind of just, shooting the shit, having a good time after a long, hard day's work. A couple of casks of ale have been broken into. You finally see one individual who acknowledges you. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Can we help you?
Actually, we were kind of hoping that we could just, bed down. Safety in numbers, that kind of deal. We just come quite a ways.
He looks over at the 4 of you, very battle-weary, very worn, slight puncture marks in various pieces of clothing and leathers. Looks like you've seen quite a bit.
I mean, yeah.
Where are you coming from?
Oh, out in the woods. We were hunting wolves, apparently, today, as the task was, so...
They kind of look at each other a little suspiciously. Make a perception check. I would, or a persuasion. Well, persuasion or deception? Because you are
it's not
technically
quite
lying.
the truth, but it's kind of the truth.
Yeah. I will give you your choice. I'll give you your choice because you could show the puncture marks of a nasty wolf bite. You could.
I'll take persuasion, and yeah, she'll show him. She's covered in wounds.
Okay, I'll say that's enough to use persuasion instead of deception.
Do you want me to do it at like disadvantage?
No.
Okay. I think actually I am anyways, so fuck it.
Oh, that's true.
I am still exhausted. What is that? 14.
They kind of look back and forth at each other. One of them shrugs a little bit. All right.
I can pare away if that helps.
Well, you can what?
Some gold for some food, maybe?
Oh. Well, we won't say no to a little bit of pay. Throw us a gold for the 4 and a gold for the 3 horses. So 7 gold. He kind of counts around. You notice that there are 7 guys. 7 gold, and we'll call it. Absolutely.
Brun is not going to argue. She will pony up the 7 gold.
Okay. They give you space by the fire. You guys begin to rest and kind of settle down for the night. Anything special you guys do in that evening?
Read the entire book in one sitting.
Okay, you just tear through that thing.
Silencio is going to check on his cargo and make sure it doesn't need any upkeep.
Where do you go to check on it?
He will go... So what's the room like that we are going to be situated in?
No room. It seems to be a pure camping.
Oh, okay. Then he will just go, I guess, to the edge of whatever the camp is. Just within sight of the party, but enough that he can maybe conceal whatever's in his pack.
Okay. As you go off into the darkness near the edge of the camp, make a perception check for me.
Sure. Oh, nice. Okay. So even with disadvantage, that is a 21.
Very nice. Okay. If you guys would excuse me.
I will not.
What?
Oh,
What? He cut out. He said, if you'll excuse me,
Yeah,
what?
they're gonna go whisper secrets.
What the frick? Why?
You poor thing.
I don't have enough secrets. I need
I
more.
I gave you a secret today already.
I dealt with it 3 times last week.
Hmm. I can't wait to do a card reading for Silencio, and it literally is a one-sided conversation. It'll be great.
All 3 cards are the same.
Yeah. I don't even have 3 doubles of any card, yet somehow.
It just managed to manifest itself.
Mm-hmm.
The 3rd card is from a deck of many things.
Oh, damn. And we all die.
Everything he owns crumbles. So the cargo he has, and that's it.
No.
The one who made him suddenly becomes an enemy. That's definitely what Silencio wants to know, right? Definitely.
The person who made him?
That's literally all he has asked. I mean, I suppose it could be something else we don't know about, but...
It would explain why Rosie would keep that one safe.
Might, yeah.
They'd be useful.
We're on you, Steve, when you're listening back to this. In a couple of days.
The mace, Shillelagh,
Won't it fly eventually?
That's true.
Which I will probably not be using on myself most of the time.
I mean, unless they get us first. I did a hell of a lot of damage.
Yeah, we also, for those wolves, we were really focused on the horses. We also didn't know where they are half the time, so they just demolished us in the beginning, and then we actually started doing damage, and they were not hard to kill.
I wanted to get that deposit back, okay?
Yeah, me too.
Why don't we just turn Silencio in as the last horse, and then he escapes?
We could do that.
You know what? We could.
I took the saddle.
You
Yeah.
can.
Fully returned him.
Yeah, we could.
I have 0 faith in him sneaking out of there.
How
Unless
much
he
of a
can wild
Tishi's
shape.
party are we, though?
How many times can a druid wild shape at 4th level? He might be okay.
Turns from a horse into a
little
centipede.
mouse. Or yeah.
What's his mouse?
So we put him in the
Twice.
stables as the horse. He turns back into Silencio. Someone comes by to check the noise in the stables. He's just standing there in one of the stables, and they're like, "Where was the horse?" And he goes, "What is a horse?" And then they let him go.
That's about how I picture this going down, yeah.
Yeah. He is probably the worst person to put in a deception-based guild situation.
Get polymorphed quicker, Brittany. Come on, you can turn one of us into a horse.
Oh, God. That'll be fun.
I mean, my deception's not great either.
Do you have proficiency?
I do not.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
I have a +3.
We are going to need you to convince the shit out of Lord Athmid, though.
Oh,
I mean,
good.
there's less pressure now, because our families aren't going to be taken as collateral, but
That's
it'll still
cool.
be good for the town.
I mean, she can just convince them, you do this, and your whole family will die. And then, peace out, A-Town. That's on you. Man, I actually wanted to talk to Silencio for once. Come back.
You should have done it when we were having our 20-minute roleplay on the side.
I thought he would give me the option, then we just rolled on out, which is fine.
Oh, man.
It didn't
Heckin
have
Nic.
to happen. God damn it, Nick. Why you do me like this? Doing me dirty. That's cool. I was planning for it to be a nighttime thing anyway.
Well, it is nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
If you can find him. He's probably being shanked right now.
Probably. I wish we could at least see them, like, talking. What?
Oh.
What? What?
Oh.
Oh.
Are you dead? Did you die? Are you dying?
We'll never know. We'll literally never know.
You guys watch as Silencio comes back after looking in on whatever cargo he holds. He returns to near the edge of camp and assumes the position, kneeling down and powering off.
Impossible dead.
Death saving throws. Let's do it.
How long was he gone for?
He was gone for, I can give you minutes and seconds. Let's see. He was gone for a total of 15 minutes.
Oh my god, it seems like forever. As we worried
Doesn't
about whether or
it?
not he was dead.
So if going off into the woods is going to fuck, and he went off alone.
Oh, you know that's masturbation.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He was probably just peeing or something.
Yeah.
I do not pee.
Right?
What that box is full of.
He was
The box is full of pee.
Oh, I was making that comment before Brittany's, but both are gross.
both are equally gross. The euphemism is caring for his cargo.
Yeah.
Ew. You're all fired.
So, anything else you guys do as you wrap up this long rest? This will be our ending point for the evening. So speak now or forever hold your peace.
Speak, Callus,
No.
speak.
No.
Zephyr, how about you?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Well, guys, as you all settle down in the warm safety of this logging camp, that is where we are going to end it for tonight.